anything else, I guess, that comes with it. I wasn't saying anything. You can go back there, we're Todd and Keisha.
Good, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Good to see you.
Oh, I am. I just got. Look.
Matt,
Yeah. Oh. We can make some room in the back, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Todd, would you mind, like, just pulling those two chairs in?
Yeah, sure.
you want to hold him?
everything that you had.
Yeah, it should be.
Correct.
Hey, Martrice, how are you?
No, your name, Martrice, that's what your first say.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, my name been removed. How you doing? Good to see you. How are you? Good, how are you?
All right, good evening, everyone. It's 4:30, Sunday, April 26th. I'm calling this special called work session to order. And so in opening, I just want to again thank everyone for being here. And we're here because Multiple meetings have resulted in uncompleted business, and the work wasn't ready, but we're here now to address it. And so today we're going to remove excuses if anything's unclear and try to move this uncompleted work forward with a few new items that council members requested. So because once we move into the formal meeting, I expect for us to take action and move forward and complete this business. And so, you know, a city is meant to be led by a full council, and it's not meant to be carried forward by whoever shows up. And your responsibilities outside the room don't reduce the responsibilities inside the room. So, and we all accept those responsibilities. And so under our law, the council is responsible for the policy and appropriations, and the mayor is responsible for executing and managing the day-to-day operations of the city. That responsibility does not stop when council is absent, and the city still has to function, services still have to be delivered, and decisions still have to be made within authority already granted. So limiting that ability while not being present to replace it puts the city at risk. So the law doesn't allow the city to stop functioning just because the council does. But let me be very clear about something, that the responsibility doesn't shift because attendance does either. The law separates the duties of mayor and council for a reason, and council sets policies and appropriations, and the mayor executes those and ensures the operations run smoothly. But when one side stops engaging and attempts to limit the other, what you create is not balance, it's dysfunction. So the city can't operate in dysfunction. Services still have to be delivered, employees still have to be managed, and obligations still have to be met. So if there's any expectation that the operations continue, then there must also be a willingness to show up and participate in governing. You can't remove the authority and refuse the responsibility at the same time. So moving right into our work session, the first topic at hand are the department updates. So everyone's seen the numbers for the actual individual departments, but we have.
Point of order, so this is a special called council
You
meeting.
don't have the floor.
This is a
so-
special called council meeting, you can't,
Again, please, you don't have the floor. All right, so these updates are,
I'm not for that.
these updates are especially important because we've had turnover in some of our departments. We've had a police chief retire, and we have an interim chief right now. And so we need to start taking action to fill that position. And so some people have been interviewed and reviewed, and there's a couple options out there. And so,
so we're breaking like 8 laws right now to the state of Alabama, just so you're aware.
so please, come to order. All right, so the police department,
So you're fine with breaking state law?
please come to order, sir.
If I may, Councilman Ray, I know you brought these concerns to me, and you cited several Attorney General's opinions.
Right.
And those opinions and the law that you're talking about is the Open Meetings Act, which is about notice to the public. And as long as the notice to the public is posted within 24 hours, the meeting's proper.
Actually, the meeting's not proper, because there's no make-up council meeting. What you've done is you're trying to make up a council meeting, which is totally against state law.
The mayor has authority under 114350 to call a special meeting as well.
The only way you can adapt to the current agenda that's been requested is by everyone sitting at the table, and it don't have to be unanimous vote under the state of Alabama.
That is not true.
It is true.
So let's pull that law up on the screens and let's all look at it together then. All right, so which law is that?
It's obvious it's a city attorney.
No, tell us.
I'll say you cited Attorney General's opinion 2011-090. That's not about the Open Meetings Act. It's not about a special meeting at all. It's about state comptroller, personnel department, overtime pay, and subsistence allowance.
Okay, opinion,
There's nothing on point in that Attorney General's
so
opinion.
under what has been specifically asked for in a special call meeting, you cannot differ from those topics that are currently listed at all. You can't add to or take away.
Please show me the law.
Yeah, please.
You didn't.
I did, I sent it to you.
I'm not sure what you were using to create those bullet points, but that's not what the law or the Attorney General's opinion say.
Under the Open Meetings Act, it clearly states, under special call meeting.
All right, so, again, give us the law, we'll put it up on the screen, we'll show everybody.
There's no such thing as a make-up council meeting either.
The, can't misconstrue the law and then expect people to, take it for your word. So give us the laws and we'll put them up on the screen.
I'll send it to the city attorney.
Give them to us now. We're here. You didn't send them to me, so when you
The
got.
second.
I don't have to send anything to you.
The second.
Just like you say you send everything to us and you don't.
It's not about open meetings, it's not about a special call meeting, it's not about agenda.
So what's it say about a special call meeting? This
It
is
is
on,
about, that opinion was about public records and the revenue commissioner and what records have to be produced.
I don't think you're being correct. But
I have the opinions right here.
Would you like me to bring them up on the screen?
And then 2006-027, that is about the open meetings law. And all it states is that notice to the public must be posted in 24 hours, which is what I tried to explain to you. It's about the public.
yeah, but what you posted is incorrect of what's been called.
The mayor, as the presiding officer of the city council, can call his own special meeting,
Which he
can
did
be
not
held at
do.
the same time as yours,
But he did not do
by
it.
posting the agenda for the meeting at the same time as the one.
But he did not do it. Did anybody receive any emails from him saying that he wanted to call a special meeting? Did you get, anybody get any? No?
He can call the special meeting by posting the agenda. in
Well, who seconded it then?
The
The
mayor-
state says it has to be seconded.
No, mayor, it does not.
Okay,
I have that law printed out as well.
okay.
All right, so moving right along, or continuing on with business. So, again, the police department has.
So
had-
where'd the work session come from then?
Under 114350, the mayor, as the presiding officer of the city council, in municipalities with populations over 12,000, that would be the council president, has the authority to unilaterally call a special meeting.
Okay. So you're saying he can differ from the agenda that was currently requested for the special call meeting? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying? That is what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, please make notice in the notes,
Yeah.
therefore, what he has stated and presented to us.
It's been publicly posted within the notice of that, so.
Because under state law, there is no such thing as a make-up council meeting.
That, I'm not saying it's
It's
mayor.
never
Well, that's
been
what this
called-
is.
It's not been called a makeup council.
It's city business that's been put on a special meeting agenda because it's in the public interest.
Okay. Well, that's not what the email states, so.
The
You said you didn't get an email, so which is it?
No, I wasn't speaking to you, first of all.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Okay?
I'm sorry.
Speaking to
Okay, fine.
our city attorney.
If you didn't get an email, then you did get an email, which is it? You can cite law and you can't cite law, which is it? So, all right, continuing on with actual city business. So the police department has had a retirement of the police chief, and we have a interim chief as we speak. And so we'll need to take order of that. I've interviewed a couple of candidates and got a couple of options on the table. And, this topic was on, I believe, the last meeting we had. Looking to see if council has anything that I could discuss about this part of the topic. Okay, anybody like to make nobody has anything to say? All right. In that day, then, I will duly appoint, Jeff King as our police chief. All right. Moving on.
So in a work session, you're doing that?
Oh, no, I'm just saying,
Oh.
that's my recommendation, and I'll bring it up in the council meeting, but it's an appointment, not a vote, so I'm making the public aware. All right, moving right along to the fire department. So we've got several issues going on in the fire department. There's another topic on here together, but one of the biggest updates here in the fire department that we've been talking about for the previous time has been the fire trucks. We have several fire trucks out of commission and, in different states of disrepair, and they need to be addressed. And so I'll be looking, or see if we can answer any questions you have, and during the council meeting, we'll be looking for
You said fire trucks out of commission?
in different states of disrepair. There's one, I believe, that is completely out of commission, and I believe 2 others that are in and out of the shop. One is broken down in station 1 right now. I believe it needs major transmission work and, Samantha, would you?
It's got, some engine issues, so it's gonna have to be towed to, I think they said Alpine is where the shop is, where that one would go, cause it's gonna have to have engine work done, and instead of having the, engine halfway out of the bay door open, the, cab lifted and the engine and parts just laying in the driveway area, it seems to make more sense to have it towed to a shop to where it's not out in the element, and then we can also, secure the fire department by closing the bay door. There's another one that, it is also gonna have to be, towed to somewhere in Birmingham that works on Detroit diesel engines, because, it has significant engine issue. And the mini pumper has, some brake issues. So we're hoping that that one can be fixed, but we can't take that one to the shop until we can get one of the other, fixed so they can be used. So that's where we're at with it right now.
The one at the sewer plant?
It has transmission issues is what are you talking about the one that's on the lifts or whatnot?
The one that's sitting out there in the weather? Been sitting there for over 8 months.
It has transmission issues.
Has anybody diagnosed that?
I,
Because everybody's been saying that for 8 months, but nobody's
I'm not
brought
sure,
any
Councilman Ray.
information.
We don't have any
regarding that.
information from previous to say anything otherwise.
Still, the current administration since November has not investigated that, is what you're saying.
We're looking into it now, but, it's,
It's like a month, we're looking at it. Carry on.
it's on the agenda, now it's council to show up. All right, any other issues with that? All right. So the last department update is in the, Public Works Department, and we've had a, interim Public Works Director now for almost 6 months, and, been doing a fine job, and, he deserves some recognition for his position and for what he's been doing, and his department as well for the city. So we'll be diving into that in the regular agenda. So are there any other questions from the council regarding the department operations over the past few weeks, or from the packets that you received at the beginning of the month? All right. Before we move on, I just want to make it very clear that these departments have continued operating very diligently, whether this body has met or not. They've continued to keep our city safe, our citizens secure, and doing everything in their power to operate with discipline and duty during this time. They've responded to all the calls, they've maintained the service, and they've carried out their responsibilities excellently. And the question is really for the governing is has the governing body kept up with that? Are they aware of what's going on with their departments? Have our liaisons been keeping council updated with the topics and with their departments and responsibilities? And so the next order of business is the approval of the minutes. So during the regular meeting, we'll be approving the minutes for several meetings from January and February that still require formal approval. But during the work session, are there any questions or concerns with the minutes that we need to be made aware of?
Yeah, they're still wrong. The ones from January are still incorrect.
Can you please lay out those issues?
I laid it out 15 times for you already.
You have not.
I did.
I asked
You
to
can watch
see-
your videos that you've recorded. and
I-
see.
Maybe you could email me what's wrong.
Don't yell at me.
No, we asked you to email the issues, and you have not done anything.
Okay.
So, sir, if you're gonna stand
That's what I'm talking
Totally out of
about.
line.
No. If you're gonna be
What's-
a council member and you're gonna lie about public issues,
Nobody's lying.
you are lying. You were asked to send the email of the issues and you have not. So if you can please do that. You just said you did it 15 times. You haven't done it once. And
Okay.
so please follow through with what your word. Be a man of your word. And live up to your position. Stop disparaging employees when you haven't done.
Nobody's
your duty.
disparaging any employees. You just allowed the city clerk to sit here and
No,
yell at
you
me
just, you just
in the middle of the
disparaged the
meeting.
city employee
What
during
did
the
I do?
council meeting.
What did I do?
You lied about
I
sending
lied.
something, you lied.
Okay,
You lied
All
about
right.
sending something that you have not done.
okay.
You
Well, it
cannot,
had nothing to do with that city employee who yelled at me.
it does,
up
he
here. No,
lied.
it does not.
Who
He was not
yelled at-
talking to
who yelled
her.
at you?
It was not talking to her.
So you've allowed
Hey,
every
lying.
department head other than the police chief and the public works department interim person to sit here and yell at us during meetings, and this is proven
Sir,
facts of
if you-
what goes on continuously.
When you disparage the employees,
Nobody has disparaged
You-
anybody.
you have openly disparaged employees
Okay.
repeatedly, and, the employees do not appreciate and have reported multiple times issues with the treatment of them and the comments that y'all made towards them.
Who is y'all?
Who is y'all?
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
James and
Well,
you,
call
and
their names, don't
Jonathan.
say y'all,
Okay.
when you say y'all, that
Okay,
that
James and
insinuates
Jonathan.
that it's all the council members.
James and Jonathan.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
what was those remarks?
Well, we're going to move on because this is not on the.
Oh, so you don't want to
agenda.
discuss it now that you brought it up?
No, you brought it up.
I didn't bring up anything. You just sit here and allowed all of it to happen, and now you don't want to take responsibility for it.
Speaking of taking responsibility, you bold-faced lied. You can disprove the lie right now, so please show us the email that you sent us with the minute modification.
We can talk about it in the previous meetings, how we've already
Please,
addressed it.
Please.
Are you gonna keep interrupting? You're gonna
No,
let me speak?
you're gonna address the
I've allowed you
topic
to
at-
talk.
No, you're gonna address
You
the
can
topic
respectfully
at-
allow somebody else to talk.
You're going to
And this is
show
why
us-
we can't move forward right
You're
here.
going to show us the
It's
proof.
because it's a power trip
No,
from
no.
you, just like everything else is.
Please, show us the proof that you sent that email to us.
We can show you a lot, but I don't think you really want us to break it out right now.
Please, show the email.
I think it'd be best if we moved on.
Oh, you think
That's what I
so?
was- That's what I was trying to do.
Oh,
All right, moving on. These are not optional, these minutes are not optional, they're the record of what's happened in the city. We can't just make up bold-faced lies about whether they're accurate or not. We have video to back them up, and so, if we make claims that they're not accurate, please provide the proof of those claims. Delaying the approval, dodging meetings, it only delays the accountability for our officers. So if there are any corrections, let's address them and actually send them so that they can be addressed. So moving right along, we're gonna be reviewing the updates from the fire department from the February 16th meeting. We had multiple positions that the fire chief had presented to be approved, and a couple other topics that I think we've been addressed 2 or 3 times now. We just need to take action on those topics. Any questions or concerns about the fire department updates from the February 16th meeting? All right, if not, we'll move on to the next order of business is the resolution 2026-0401, City Hall adjacent property. So we've discussed this ad nauseum now too, that we have looking for a resolution that would authorize us to complete an agreement to purchase the 2 lots next to us so that we would control all the land around us, and in exchange for the acceptance of Foxtrot Lane, Jeffrey Wilson Drive, Magnolia Crest Court, Magnolia Crest Lane, Magnolia Crest Way, and the city's portion of the Magnolia Lake Court road. And so with these roads being brought into the city, we would be donated these lots that we could use for a grocery store for the future commercial business and the cornerstone of our city's tax base. Does council have any questions or concerns or anything you'd like to discuss or ask about this? All right, if no questions, we'll move on to the next topic, which is the resolution 2026-0402, the water tower property acquisition. Similarly, we have worked out a negotiated deal with a developer to acquire approximately 7 to 9 acres of for a municipal water tower near the other existing water tower. We would be exchanging, I believe, 55 or 52 water taps for the estimated sum of around $95,000 for this land, and so there'd be no direct cash payout, and the city would receive the benefits from the water customers afterwards. So we'd be foregoing the water tap, but we'd be getting the property so that we can build the next water tower and provide the much needed infrastructure for the future growth of the city. And so this is again one of the big capital projects that we've been discussing for years, and it's part of the long-term infrastructure planning for the city. And so delaying this just continues to delay the impact or increase the impact on their citizens. And the long-term cost is on the residents, not on us today. And so,
you can't pull it up either.
are there any concerns about the moving forward with the long-term infrastructure or purchase of this property?
We can't pull up anything. Obviously, the Wi-Fi's been changed and nobody's got the password. Just like the door codes, we can't get in the doors. We can't get them, we can't pull up nothing you're talking about. Oh, y'all two got it, but we don't.
There was an email sent out for
We
everyone.
didn't get no Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi passwords, no
There's-
door codes. Just the two of y'all have it.
Have what?
Wi-Fi passwords.
Perhaps if we had had a meeting for the last month, you would have those already, because
Yeah,
we
because I
have-
guess your email's broken, right? Imagine that.
the Wi-Fi is best handled in person when you're actually on the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
So, back to the actual business at hand. Do we have any questions, concerns, or any updates about the water tower acquisition, property acquisition?
that's on, what road's that on?
Dust Ridge.
Isn't there one already over there?
There is one already over there.
So we're gonna put two water towers right beside each other?
That's the plan.
Hmm.
The city engineer has identified that piece of property as the best location right now. We're still looking at other possibilities, but that one is the ideal location because the infrastructure is already there. The majority of the consumption is coming from that side of the town, and that is the piece of property that the city engineer has identified. And with the acquisition of this property, it gives us some additional property so that we can add some additional amenities for the public works department and or the city at large. If there are no more questions, we'll move right along to the resolution 2026-0403, the Springville demand letter, which I believe y'all should have in hand. This is the escalation of the previous topic, and pretty clear that it's codified by state law and needs to occur.
I don't either.
Any questions or concerns about this topic?
Repeat that for me, the demand letter from the city of Marvin.
The demand letter from the city of Springville. They're just ratifying the previous conversations we've had, that the cost is based on state law, and demanding the payment of the remainder of the amount.
You got a copy of that?
It was in the packet that was sent out.
Still can't pull it
A
up.
month ago.
Has that already been paid?
Some of it has been addressed because we.
Has that already been paid?
I just said some of it has been addressed, yes.
And after we voted no twice to pay it?
What part's been addressed?
Again, the part required by state law.
What part is that? Because we got two different amounts.
Mhm.
So what part has been paid already?
The part required by state law.
Which,
I mean, which is the amount.
Which
I mean,
well, if we're bringing it up to approve it,
mhm.
then how would we have already paid it, is what I'm asking.
When council doesn't show up to handle their business, like statutory requirements come pressing.
So you're saying that you've paid it all, or you paid half? What do we, that's what that's the question that's presented.
Right, so at the time of the hiring, the original portion was paid already, and then, so there was a remainder left to be paid.
So there is a remainder left to be paid, or everything's been paid, or partial's been paid? What exactly?
Yep, the amount that was requested and demanded by law, state law, has been paid.
So again, I know he had already paid 3,000 and something, so what has been paid, what has not been paid, is the question.
And the remainder that was required by state law.
What is that number?
What's the number?
You've got it in your packets.
No, I don't get a packet from you. You know, it's funny, you can't send me anything, but when you send, like, the stuff that you just want me to have, you will send that to me, but the rest of the stuff you don't send to me.
This is not the time to rehash whether you can use email or not. I don't have it.
So what's been paid, what hasn't been paid, is the question.
The amount that was requested, or that required by state law, which I don't have it right in front of me, but, we can get that.
Well, you know if you paid it or not, you know it's been voted down twice.
Two separate checks, and I don't have the exact amount.
So we've wrote two checks or one check?
I've clearly said two.
So you wrote two checks.
The
So,
original one, when the.
After we voted not to pay that, you went ahead and paid it anyway.
is that what you're saying?
And that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying state law.
No, we're not talking
required
about
and-
state law, we're talking about, we voted not to pay and you paid. Is that what you're saying?
So, The council chose to put the city in a statutory.
No, the council didn't do anything. Hold on. The mayor of this other city, let's be truth about it if we're gonna tell the truth. The mayor of the other city told you, don't hire this individual yet till he got you an exact money figure. And you went ahead and you brought this person in, and then somebody said, well, we ain't got but $3,600 we owe. Well, now it's $20,000.
Can you please show any of that information? Because
You verbally stated it to us.
I did not. No one,
Oh, you
no one
didn't.
was told not to hire anybody.
But you can't tell us what you paid and what you haven't paid.
You've gotten the documents requesting the amount, and I said it, the statutory or state requirement amount has been satisfied.
Which is?
I told you I don't have the number in front of me, but we can get that for you.
Well, then how can you say you have and you haven't? What is, what's not? Well, then, if you already paid it all, then what are we trying to approve here?
Just presenting it to the council. so
Why
that-
present it if you've already paid it?
Because it's state law, and you haven't been here for the last month, and so we needed to get it settled.
So this has been going on since December,
What are you talking about?
okay? It's been going on since December. What? It's been going on since December.
What is it?
So a month would be January, February, March, April.
Well, the demand letter arrived,
So what's been paid, what hasn't been paid? You still cannot answer the direct question.
And why would you pay it when we voted not to pay?
there's a statutory requirement because it's based on state law, and the council was not doing their diligence.
We'll
and
see
not
what the
showing
state
up
law,
to council.
when the state law comes to us looking for it.
So-
But we voted not to pay that.
Again, we're presenting it now to talk about.
Why present it if you've already paid it? That's what I'm saying.
Because y'all are here. Y'all finally.
So
showed
we're
up.
here, so
And well, you done been here and voted not to pay it.
Again.
So what do you think was gonna change? We
So-
voted not to pay it.
The demand letter is demanding,
From Springville. Springville's not the state.
It's gonna incur additional controversy and legal costs if it was not addressed, and it is state law, it's not optional.
so did you pay all of
So,
it?
so you
I
don't
said
care
that
what we
the
say.
State required amount has been paid.
Okay, so
We
did you
not-
pay all
we
the
did not-
amount?
We did not pay 26,000, no, I can't, it's closer to 19, but I don't have.
I ain't
the
never paid a
exact
bill
number.
to know what we paid.
Well, you have the requirement letter or the demand letter.
But why are we
and
trying to approve something if you've already paid it? Have you paid it or have you not paid it?
Because council is here now, and so we can discuss it.
So have you paid it or have you not paid it?
The question has been asked and answered.
I don't think it has.
It was paid? Is that what you're saying? You're saying you paid it?
Yes,
Okay, so why are we trying to approve something if you've already paid it?
because it's state law and we're gonna cover it. Like, I mean, we need to do our,
So you wrote a check for something, now you want us to approve it? That's kind of backwards, isn't it?
it's,
So you brought a resolution to the city council. You want us to approve a resolution for spending a large lump sum of money.
you can.
Now
write
you're
it.
telling us you've already paid it. So why do we need to go do anything with the resolution or approve the money if you've already paid it?
Because council can still ratify the transaction to make sure that we're in compliance with state law.
So you need us to cover your butt because you don't wrote the
Right,
check.
right. You need us to
You're
cover
welcome-
you
you're
because
welcome-
you've done wrote a check
You're
that you
welcome
should
to
not have
interpret it any
written.
way you want.
That's the only way there is to it. You're saying you've already done it, right? Ain't that what you said? You said you've already paid it.
I've taken care of our state requirements, yes.
So you have paid it, yes. Okay.
Is that the only one that was required from Springville for us to pay?
No, we also had but it was paid at the original hire date with Brett.
So how much total have we paid for contract buyouts and everything else?
So we'll have to get that number to you.
So we had to pay,
Brett, yes,
we had to pay his as well?
yes.
Do we get, when do we get that?
How much was that?
I said I'll have to get that information for you.
So you paid that but didn't bring it before the council too?
I'm pretty sure that was your call.
My call? I ain't wrote a check since I've been here. I ain't been on no checks.
You
Alright.
saying his call to hire him or his call to pay it?
To hire him and pay it.
That's a negative.
Did you do that?
No.
So, all right,
Are you
well,
sure?
we're getting off of the special agenda. So, all right, any more questions about the Springville demand letter?
I mean, I still have a few questions about paying Springville, period.
Okay.
So I didn't,
For the demand letter or
on
for?
both,
Okay,
because I don't recall us
Mhm.
speaking on the second one. I only recall the first demand letter, and that demand letter was written in December, and we got it maybe, I wanna say January or February?
we got the letter, the
No,
original,
we got the copy.
yeah, the original amount was negotiated by the attorneys, and then the demand letter came actually at the end of March and was in the first agenda in April.
Well, we did have a copy of it, but you all took them back up, so I can't see what
It was
the
emailed
date
out
was.
as well.
Well, let me look and see.
The
I
resolution,
can't find the demand.
the resolution number is 2026-0403, so,
I appreciate it, thank you so much. But what about the second one? Did we get something on that one? Because I don't recall that one.
as I said, we'll have to look that up.
I don't recall that one as well.
Okay. All right. We will get that information and,
Thank you so much.
so ordinance 2026-008, residential rental inspections. So this ordinance was modified to move out the inspections to every 2 years, and some of the amounts were adjusted for the fees to be more in line with their neighboring cities of our size. And so, but for the most part, it's the same as the previous, except for those 2 modifications. And so, any questions or concerns about that? This also would come with a move to pursue the funds for rental properties that are not paying their state required fees. Essentially, a lot of rental companies tend to lump in multiple houses under one business license, and that's not what state law calls for. So this would make sure that we're ratifying that state law and covering our basis to make sure that we're getting the money that is due. Any questions or concerns about this ordinance? All right, next order of business, the ordinance 2026-009, the no smoking in public places ordinance. This is the same ordinance that's been on the agenda for quite a while now. Any questions or concerns about it? All right, no questions. We'll move on to the next order of business. Ordinance 2026-010, sign regulations. Again, another ordinance that has been on the agenda for quite some time and has been delayed. I mean, it's just a very solid ordinance that would help us control the rights of way and keep them clean and enable us to actually get leases and contracts with signage that is in the right of way that we have to maintain, so that we can recoup our costs for having to spend extra time cutting around them and maintaining them, but also controlling which ones stay out there and for how long they stay out there. So that is ordinance 2026-010. Any questions or concerns? All right, moving right along. So city clerk job descriptions and pay scales. So this is another topic that we had been brought up previously, discussed in depth, but seems critical to the situation we're in. So the positions obviously are operationally critical, but we need to define the role and the department oversight and the proper staffing structure. So see if council has any expectations for maintaining the operations of the roles, and see if there are any changes to those recommended clerk 1 and clerk 2 job descriptions and pay scales.
You said clerk 1 and clerk 2?
Yeah, there were 2 options in the packet, one with a lesser experience and one with more experience, and both of them had different pay scales.
You just hired a part-time clerk, right?
Assistant.
Clerk assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Did we post that, or we just hired someone?
I hired someone.
So we didn't post it? We didn't give anybody the opportunity to apply?
Well, we took applications and then we picked from those applications.
Well, how did you take it if you didn't post it?
No, they submitted we picked from a pool of applications and picked.
I just want to get a clear understanding. If we didn't post it, then how did we get applications to choose from a pool of applications if we never posted it?
Yes.
Was it done by word of mouth, or was it posted
It was pulled
in
from
City Hall or something?
It was pulled from a pool of city clerk applications that were submitted.
So you didn't
No,
post
we
the
didn't
job?
post it.
No, the job was posted. Your generic posting about post a job for city clerk did not have any specifics nor job description or details or anything combined, and so.
So we hired an assistant city clerk that wasn't posted for.
It was posted. The job just said city clerk. It didn't go into any details or description or job description.
But you would have hired for a city clerk and not an assistant.
It's, the posting and the motion was vague and left it open to interpretation, and so we got. I mean, it's the problem with making a motion without details and without description, or without details, not having a job description. I mean, you can't make a generic motion and, like, the job was posted, people applied, and we brought one in as an assistant.
So we post for the police chief as well?
We have not.
Okay.
So,
So we,
The police chief is an appointment, and I have made the appointment.
in their city ordinance stating otherwise?
That city ordinance is, defunct based on Scott V. Coachman. And so.
So it's, that ordinance, you say it's defunct, has that been determined by the Attorney General or just Matthew Tortorici?
There's an attorney general's opinion on Scott V. Coachman. but-
Y'all got an Attorney General opinion based off of it?
Scott V. Coachman was the case in 2012, and it was about blanket appointment ordinances.
Mhm.
And it overruled blanket appointment ordinances. Individual ordinances have to be passed.
With detail and description and a lot more detail.
I'm just, for
So
me,
that ordinance didn't have enough descriptions, is that what you're saying?
No, it just directly violated.
I'm talking to the city attorney, not you.
It directly violated the.
I can't hear
You
you.
can't have a blanket ordinance for all of the appointed officers in the city. It has to be specific.
Okay.
I'm just a little confused. How are we hiring? I know when we took office, we had 27 employees, and now we have about 49,
45.
45. So how are we hiring? Because if we're not posting it.
So the, budget allotted for a certain number of positions in each department, and, within those, departments, the department heads themselves like put out maybe the word of mouth or however they post it to get the recruitments. And so, it's, in most cases for their original employees, like people came flooding in as soon as new administration came in. So I did not personally like handle interviews or any of that for any of those, positions, because the departments handle their own business.
Can you, answer this question for me? How many, out of all the persons that we've hired, how many are minorities?
Is it 3 or 4? Trying to think. We'll run the report and find out, but I believe it's 3 or 4.
Okay, thank you so much. Al, you gonna run it and email it to me?
Yeah, sure.
I appreciate that. So you said we have 45,
Mm-hmm.
and out of the 6 that we have, you think we have 3 minorities. How many minorities do we have on the police department?
What's the question?
How many minorities in the police department?
3,
And how many officers do we have?
10,
What about public works?
2,
You know how many in public works?
Todd said 2.
2?
2,
And how many employees do we have?
10, 11,
11, and we have 2.
How many of those were previous employees?
6,
No, of
No.
the 2 that you
Of the
have.
2 that we have.
1.
Okay.
I believe for getting off
How
topic
many,
of the
how
special
many,
meeting.
how many do we have in a supervisor position?
uh, So fire
You have 1 in a supervisor position?
department has 1, but, and
Fire department has 1? How many in public works?
minority in a leadership position.
One of my lieutenants is, and frankly, I didn't promote anybody based on skin color, he's a good guy.
I'm not asking that, I'm
Well-
sure you did.
So we're steering way
How
off
many
the
in public
topic of, there's only 1 leadership position in public works.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so the next order of business is the IT service and the security camera quotes. The second quote we got was, much more competitive. I believe another councilman was getting some additional quotes. Do we have those?
Yeah, I got it, I didn't know we was discussing it today.
Was it in the email that you got and didn't get? Schrodinger's, email? Okay. So,
But you've already acted on it, so it don't matter.
no. We're still waiting on, council decision for the security cameras. All right, so Old Acton Road grant funding discussion. Actually, are there any other questions or concerns about the security cameras before we move on?
You said IT, you've already made the decisions on the IT services though?
The individual services required by the police department was done because it was required for the police department's, software that we, purchased, so.
So it's done.
They required, and it's, the police department relocating was also part of the move for the phone system, because we had to get a phone system that would work in a remote location as well.
So if you've already made all these decisions, why is IT services on the council work session agenda if you've already made the decisions?
No, we bought what was needed to get the software installed for the police department so that they can be using their new, software, but it's just the part for the police department so that they can be, because they have higher security requirements, to be, for the police department. I can't really speak to all the details other than the level of firewall protection and, server required to run the software. And so, that was part of the police department relocating and part of the cost needed to get them moved in.
So you got quotes on that, or you just already handled it?
The, I think there were multiple quotes gotten, but the software, or the company working with the software was like the best qualified to do the actual, installation for me.
So you've already made those decisions, is the question.
Well, it was, again, required to move the police department into their new location so that they could actually function.
That's not what I'm asking. I said, have you already made those decisions? That's the only thing I'm asking.
It's not what you're implying it to be though. So,
It's an average question.
yeah, the IT company was
It's a
hired
direct
to
question.
move the police department into the police department. It was required to get them into their new location. All right, so Old Acton Road, any more questions? Old Acton Road, grant funding is the next discussion, so we've already, had the discussion and moved towards, going after the grant. But the next topic is, now that we've had the engineer move forward with the grant, we have two options on two new pieces of information. One, we have a total estimated cost from the city engineer, which is about, I don't have it right from me, I believe it was about $516,000 for the whole project to straighten out Old Acton Road. It's curb and gutter, proper drainage, widening the road, crossing the railroad tracks, and then turning into a three-way stop and a T so that it's a much safer intersection. Long overdue. We've applied for the Rebuild Alabama grant, which is $350,000 from the state. And similar to our other grant, we would get the county to match and help as well. And the other new information is that the developers who have offered us the property have offered their engineering services to help lay it out because it's beneficial to them as well. They're giving up their property for the right of way and offering engineering services to help reduce our costs of engineering for the project. And so, we'll need a council decision of whether the funds required to create the match for the Rebuild Alabama are approved. Any questions, concerns about that?
How much you say the initial cost was going to be?
The estimate was around $516,000.
So you received an estimate?
That's what I believe it should have been in the 2 packets ago.
It's not in this packet.
All right. We'll get that to you then.
I thought you emailed everything to us, like you said.
We'll check and see.
Imagine that.
I believe it was sent out.
Okay.
So, all right, any more questions or concerns about that? All right, next topic was the Alabama Power streetlights. We've been, tossing this around for a good bit now. Basically, we were given some quotes and prices for additional Alabama Power streetlights. We have one recommendation from a council member, and so I was waiting to see from other council members where they would like to see streetlights located. And, but I think for this meeting, I'll ask for a motion to just approve a certain amount so that we can add some additional streetlights in the locations around the city that need it. We have lots of dark intersections, and the Alabama Power has a really good rate for municipalities for the streetlights. Any questions or concerns about that?
You do have the address that I sent, right?
Yes,
Correct?
ma'am. Yeah, he reached out, he emailed me.
He emailed again after I emailed you?
No, he was the one that started this. He emailed me before we talked.
Old Morgan Colonial Lane needs one.
You have that, what was that address?
Old Margaret Road and Colonial Lane intersection.
Alright. Any other recommendations, please send them in. Alright, now we have some additional items that were requested for this, council meeting. This section includes items that were specifically requested for the special meeting, and like I have no information about them because none was provided, so, we'll start with, the additional attorney for consideration topic. What information is there around that?
So that we got a recommendation that the council hire their own legal counsel. Just for representation, we've recommended, Jonathan Austin. It'd be invoiced off a 30-day invoice. Costs us $500 an hour, but there's an astronomical need for that. We cannot get garnished responses from our current city attorney, and when we do, it's some of it's one-sided, and it's not in the best interest of the city. It's in the best interest of just the mayor alone. So it's something that we need to address.
You said we, who's we?
Huh?
You said we,
I'll speak for myself.
you're plural?
Yeah, we is in me.
Well, I agree. I think we need our own counsel.
Who made the recommendation?
Recommendation for what?
You said it was recommended.
Yeah, by me.
You spoke in the third person? Let's see. All right, let's see, you said $500 an hour
That's right.
for, and what was your purpose?
As a representation for the city council.
And, what was the claim against the city attorney?
What city attorney?
Our city attorney?
It's not a claim. Just saying
No, you made a claim.
just say I don't think it's in our best interest to keep going like we are.
You made an accusation. Could you repeat?
What did I make then? You want to sit here and keep saying that I made something? What did I make?
Would you like to repeat anything or address it?
Saying that my representation's been one-sided, I'm not sure how that is. Every time you brought to me a concern, I've tried to address it. I've tried to address all your concerns, but I can only address concerns if they're brought to me.
I brought you multiple concerns yesterday, and you didn't garnish a response. So I sat down at this desk right here today. So
I did respond to you trying to explain to you what the law actually meant, and you just continued to argue with me.
I didn't argue with you. I got your response right here. It says if you'll send me the information, I'll be glad to look it up. That's exactly what you said.
And I did look at it.
Yeah, but we
And
paid you $31,000 this year for me to have to send you information and for you to look it up. I shouldn't have to look it up for you at $31,000 so far this year.
Councilman Ray, when you make a claim that's not supported by the law you're basing it on, it's not my job to tell you you're right, it's to tell you you're right. It goes for the mayor, it goes for everyone on the council. I don't tell any of y'all you're right just to tell you you're right.
So, all right, with that claim addressed, is it still the need?
Say again?
With that claim addressed, is it still the need?
Absolutely it is.
Has an RFP been put out for multiple attorneys to get quotes?
I do what now?
Has an RFP been put out for multiple quotes for attorneys?
No.
Anybody here like to see multiple options? Anybody like to see multiple options, multiple quotes?
We'd have liked to see multiple options in the beginning.
Well, there's a process called appointment for certain positions. All right. All right, anybody have any more questions or concerns about that? Did we cut down the name of the attorney? Okay. All right, I believe there's an ordinance governing, purchasing authority. What's the
Yeah, ordinance number 039926.
No such ordinance, no such ordinance exists.
It does. I handed a copy out to everyone.
Council members don't determine ordinance numbers, and that ordinance has not been submitted to be, numbered.
Do I?
That ordinance has not been submitted to be numbered.
Oh, we got a numbering system?
We do.
Oh, okay.
And councilmen don't come up with their own numbering system. So,
In order for an ordinance to be,
it would need to be submitted, be emailed to someone.
it was submitted, it was handed out at the council meeting.
Was it sent an email and asked to be put on an agenda?
Well, of course it was asked to be put on the agenda, but nothing gets on the agenda, Matt.
All right, are you sure about that?
Yeah,
So please explain your ordinance.
that's just governing your purchasing authority to where you just can't frivolously spend money at the end of the day, to where it's unaccounted for, and large purchases, so on and so forth, has to be brought before the council and approved. Anything over $1,500,
So who helped draft that?
huh?
Who helped draft the?
I did it.
So, if I understand correctly, you threatened to fire our attorneys if they didn't help you draft a similar, ordinance, and then you chose not to use that ordinance, and looks very much like this was ChatGPT. So, if I read it correctly, the ordinance contradicts itself multiple times and way. It
No, you said there
violates-
wasn't one.
No,
Oh.
I said that, you haven't submitted it, and so, to the city to be reviewed.
So you read it, but we ain't submitted it,
Yep.
and now you're making these accusations that I've said stuff. You got documentation to back up your accusations?
I'm asking the question, you can answer it or not.
I haven't done any of that.
Yep,
So-
yep. So you haven't done, okay. So, I believe we brought up a previous meeting and you said that you had done that. You said the council supported you in doing that. The night that you were having that, I'll be polite. So, I mean, the only thing that needs to be done with this ordinance is it needs to be sent to the, Attorney General for, review.
Actually, you bring it up twice, and then it's voted on, so,
That's not quite the process.
well, read the state law.
If I may, after you presented the ordinance, I called the League of Municipalities about it,
Mhm.
just to address some of the concerns we talked about. And I spoke with two attorneys there, and they both agreed that the practical effect of this ordinance would be to give the mayor an additional $1,500 in spending authority over the budget. And so my advice to you continues to be to get an attorney general's opinion on the ordinance.
What attorneys did you speak with?
Rob Johnson and Michael Webb.
Okay.
Which one did you speak with at the league? I've heard him, which attorney at the league did you speak to?
Alright, so that was him, he just said.
You claimed at some point at that last meeting that you spoke to an attorney at the league that helped you write it. That's why I thought it was weird that you didn't mention that today. So which attorney at the league did you work with?
One of them did call and help mine.
What was the name?
I don't think it's necessary.
I'm asking the question, I'd like to know.
I will say, when I called the league, they said that they never received a call from you.
Sounds good. That's because it's confidentiality. Carry
Well,
on.
they keep a record of every city
Right, they
official
do.
that calls.
You're correct.
All right, so this ordinance is in, direct violation of state statutes, governing the authorities of the mayor and council. All right,
Well, I guess if it's in violation, if it gets voted on sooner or later, then I guess you'd have to sue in order to stop it, right?
And in order to avoid that, that's why I would recommend an attorney
Well,
general's opinion.
we could
Because-
avoid a lot we've already got ourselves into, but you haven't helped us out there, so I don't know what to tell you.
I've been trying to help for the past 5 months.
Yeah.
so, all right. All right, we'll just continue on. Next agenda item was mentioned was a full-time city clerk position. To understand what, the request is here.
Yeah, so the applicants that have applied or whatnot, I think it's good for us to, look at scheduling a work session and possibly interview a few of them and, in different timeframes, so we can, make a decision on which direction we need to go there.
I was thinking, the email was sent out asking you all to pick some of your candidates, was it not?
No. Email was sent out with the list of the candidates.
So the request is to hold a work session to do interviews. I think we should do public interviews for this position.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, it's actually been the only interviews we've had, because you've hired everybody else and you haven't interviewed for it, so, nor have you accepted applications, so.
It seems to be a pretty false statement, but,
Did we not hire an assistant city clerk without accepting applications?
no, we accepted applications
For an assistant city clerk?
for city clerk. You did not make the motion very specific.
Okay.
All right, so next, any other questions or concerns about that position? All right, so moving on, Public Works Director position.
Yes, so we, put out for applications for that, accept applications, but we never did anything on that.
No, I actually sent an email out and asked council to submit their top 3 candidates from the list pool of employees. Nobody replied within the deadline. I had a conversation with Martrice after the fact, and she recommended the one person that she submitted an application for. They actually had requested a job in a different department, in the water department as a supervisor. There was no position for that. And so, like, council did not respond to the email nor the concerns to try to hold, to pick candidates and have interviews. So that was tried and fell flat. So can you explain to the folks why we didn't reply to the email and name our candidate and, so that we can move forward as a council?
Only thing I saw was a list of the candidates. I never saw,
There was no list. We sent a link to the folder that had all of the applications in it and asked the council to submit their top 3 candidates.
I didn't see the request for the top 3.
Well, it's, you know, and actually, to make it, I think we need should we ask for a reading of the ordinance? Or are we gonna, you think it'll be okay to send it out to,
Which ordinance?
the purchasing authority ordinance?
That would require a first presentation and then a public hearing.
It was presented first when it was brought up in, I think it was January.
No, that was not a presentation.
Actually, it was we actually asked for it to be put in the meetings, the meeting minutes,
Mhm.
which it didn't make the meeting minutes. That's why you're asking for them to be approved now.
I don't think that was a proper presentation
Oh.
nor a,
Okay,
procedure, so, again, we've gotta follow procedures.
right, exactly. So asking for it to be put in the minutes and be logged into the minutes, that it didn't make the minutes.
You have that
The,
email?
you gonna let me finish talking, you keep interrupting me.
You can provide the email and we'll see.
What
if you
email?
actually did that, where you did what you just said you did.
It was in the middle of a council meeting. If you'll let me finish talking, stop interrupting, you'll be able to hear what I'm trying to say,
All right.
as I handed them out. Do you remember this happening?
No, I remember you trying to disorderly disrupt the meeting and cause a scene, and it led to an adjournment of the meeting before anything was.
No, you got your feelings hurt
No,
because it was about you, and that's where it led to that.
See, again, the meeting was adjourned, nothing was presented, so it was not officially completed. All right, all right, so no presentation of that ordinance, so, all right, next topic was a sewer operator position.
Yeah, so we're currently paying $4,000 a month for 2 people to sign off.
Yep.
Which originally, you brought Todd in for that position.
So, council voted to hire those gentlemen, council needs to vote to end that contract. So again, you have not done your due diligence or made a motion that we need to do to handle proper city business.
So you wanna see the emails that I've sent asking this to be put on the agenda for 3 months?
Sure, please, forward them on.
Okay, I'll get them to you.
I mean, have you made the motion to end that contract?
We can't, because you keep getting interrupted, because you won't even put it on the agenda.
So
Has anybody else seen the email?
has all the regular business been, suspended and not handled? I mean, like, again, we've got to handle current business.
This is handling current business. If we're paying $4,000 a month at $48,000 a year, and we have somebody on staff to do the work, why are we wasting $48,000 of taxpayer money?
Come on. Because there are requirements that ADM requires that we had to get. Once we got those, council then needed to take action to end that contract. Council has decided not to show up for a month or more, and council has decided not to handle business properly for the last 3 months. So therefore, we couldn't handle new business because council would not,
So this has been going on since November, Matt. So stop and think. November, December, do some math here. It's been over 6 months. So you're 3 months, and you're 1 month, and you're this month, and you're that month. You're the mayor. You say you run day-to-day activities, so you're costing the city $48,000 a year that we could be saving right now
we could be.
and fixing this whole problem.
It shows the shallowness of your depth of information
Shallowness.
about the day-to-day operations of this city.
Okay.
And that Todd has been running 2 departments for that time, trying to build 2 departments, trying to get them caught up to speed.
We know all this.
No, please let me finish what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
So Todd has been doing a tremendous job of building a department from nothing. This department didn't have the basic tools they needed to do their jobs. Most of their work was being subcontracted out to associates of former administrations and being paid as 1099 contractors without council approval. I mean, I have untold millions of dollars that were spent by this city, former administration without council knowledge.
That was it, you spent.
And, it's in the audits that you've been getting for years.
I know we spent $10,000 fixing a sewer issue, that we outsourced that the other day.
So, do you have a quote, do you have a number, where does that number come from?
It came from what you gave us. You sent us an email. It cost us $10,000 to fix it at Market Elementary, the sewer leak,
Those are pumps.
Yeah.
pumps, whatever.
That was, I didn't send an amount, nor if anything about pumps at the sewer was actually covered by the bill was sent to the Board of Education for the issue with the pumps, because the pumps were clogged up by, flushable wipes. Yeah, and so I don't know what you're referring to, you got to like, you keep
I'm referring to
claiming-
$48,000 a year we're currently costing the city, we could be saving.
Because you have been kicking a can down the road for 4 months because you're not getting your way.
What in the world has that got to do with saving the city $48,000? No, what am I trying to do getting my way of saving the city $48,000?
You are preventing the council from handling regular business.
How?
Is anybody
I'm
else-
trying to address it right
Is
now.
anybody else just confused? You're not. All right, so sewer operator position, what is your topic? Want to end that contract?
Well, you separated the departments, one for sewer and water.
No, you did.
Okay.
Was that a special meeting, 12:30? Does anybody recall that meeting?
You said we needed to hire additional personnel to separate sewer and water versus public works. We were gonna hire a public works director, and we're gonna split the guys. Because that's the reason we hired Todd. That's the reason we got more trucks and everything else.
Todd's already here.
But now you're saying you had to wait on ADM.
No, Todd had to get, ADM
Aiden has a database you have to put
Right.
information into. And it did take a while, it takes a while to get into, but, we finally got access to it, but still, that contract can be voided.
Yeah, but that's been fixed over, what, close to 2 months now? Yeah, so that's $8,000.
Well, it's close to 2 months, we haven't had a meeting, and I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Yeah. All right, any other questions or concerns about that topic? All right, and next we have conference remuneration for elected officials. What's the item here, the agenda here?
So we had previously approved, per diem for, the council members to cover, going to conferences and so on and so forth. So now that we're just doing away with that, or we're doing, I mean,
Can you show me where that was voted on and approved?
yeah, the previous administration would,
Why don't you show me the minutes in the document? I don't think it's an ordinance nor a rule. The proper normal protocol is for, the city covers the, hotel and the conference fees. Then any food and or, food, parking, and or mileage are submitted after the fact in an expense report. It's what I did for 4 years before, the rest of the administration started going to the conferences. But,
So you're the only one that was going to conferences for 4 years?
no, but it's what I did for 4
Okay,
years.
gotcha.
I think my word, those were my words. So, it's the normal practice, most other cities do it that way. And, some other cities have vehicles that they use for such travel, but that still doesn't cover food and other things. But, these conferences tend to have food provided for most of the meals if you, attend the events. But,
Excellent.
all right, so what is the, you're asking for a per diem up front?
That's what we've done in the past. I mean, I just don't see why we're changing it now.
It's not a good look to pay council members. It almost looks self-serving when you're paying yourself a check before.
Now,
you go to an
self-serving is
event.
what you do with the city credit card. That's self-serving. We won't get into that today.
Please.
So,
All right. So is there a recommendation or is it just a statement?
I just recommend us going back to what we were doing.
So we, All right. So, at this time, I'm gonna, open the floor to public comment. Since it's short notice in nature of this meeting, like, we can sign up when you come up to speak. You'll have 3 minutes. And any concerns, questions, or topics, feel free to express them and, all right, floor is open. Anybody have any comments? If not, all right, go ahead and, thank you, Mr.
I'm gonna try to hold my tongue, because, to say I'm tipped off is, putting it lightly. I've been very quiet the last few months. If the mayor's here today, is because certain members helped him be here today. And since the new mayor was brought in, I've seen nothing but disrespect. What I've seen is not becoming from your position. I, more than anything, dislike disrespect for your voters. We didn't vote for this. At least you have the decency to look up when somebody's talking,
Yeah, right.
but you don't even have respect to do that. This city was filled with nepotism. There's a word for you. You need to look it up in ChatGPT. I don't know if there's some coercion going on. Maybe that's another word that you can look up in ChatGPT. I don't know what the deal is, but it's certainly not conducive to what I thought this council was gonna be. He's the quarterback, you're the players. Don't be throwing anything at him that you can't do yourself. You should be running the ship, he is the quarterback. This back and forth business, that's not the way the city's supposed to run. This city has been an embarrassment for many years, well before I got here. The fact that one council member today gets up here and Motrice, you know, I'm gonna mention your name and I shouldn't, I have a lot of respect for you, I do.
Okay.
I do, you know I do. But to ask about the racial profile of employees, okay, I'm Spanish, where's my profile? Where's my employee? I mean, what are we doing with this?
I'm asking it for several reasons. Everyone that was fired or replaced, look, there was a African American, but everyone that he replaced them with, it wasn't a minority. And the applications wasn't out there. We did not post that we had openings. And so I'm saying that because I understand what you're saying, but you have to understand my positions when I get emails, or I go into a Dollar General, or I'm going to a conference, and all I hear is, where are the minorities? So I'm speaking for the persons or people that don't come in here and ask the city council or the mayor, where are the minorities? Since I have sat in this seat, that's what I get. I don't see color, but it's the truth. Everyone that was not reappointed, or everyone that was let go, was of another race. Everyone that he hired or reappointed, they were white or Caucasian. There wasn't a black person. We just had a Hispanic young lady, if I'm not mistaken, but that's the truth. I'm going off what some of the citizens are saying. Now, they may not come in and say it to you guys, but we get it. Everyone is upset that we missed the meeting. Well, the special session when he called, it was Easter week. I'm a leader at my church. That was already planned for me, so that's why I missed that meeting. The next one that I meet, I was out of town working. And so that's why I missed it. But because no one asks, everyone makes assumptions and go off of what somebody else has said and get on Facebook and make these ugly comments about all of us. Instead of asking, all you have to do is ask. Don't make assumptions. And so for you to stand there and say that, I hear what you're saying, but you have to understand the position that I'm in when I get emails, texts, or I'm being asked questions again when I go to conferences. I just came from a leadership program that I'm in, and that's all I heard the whole time. I feel so sorry for you guys. You all are a laughing stock. I thought it was gonna be better when we voted you guys in. Every time I go somewhere, that's what I hear. Every single time.
But do you understand why the people feel that way?
I understand why they feel that way, but a lot of people don't come up and ask because there's a group of people that get together and get on Margaret After Dark and make all these posts.
Yeah.
And so I get a ton of those as well.
Yeah,
I
call
should be
that a
sitting up here
political
upset.
syndicate.
Yeah, so I should be sitting up here upset as well because I've been called the B word on Margaret After Dark. People take my pictures and make memes of them. And not only have I been called the B word, but I've been called another choice word as well. Someone was on there last week saying it looked like I was going to the club when I was dressing. Did they not see what I had on? That's all sorts of things that's been going on. They talk about each council member, but it's awfully funny they don't say anything about the mayor or the next council member. It's always the other four. Mostly me. Why? Because people think I'm the weakest link, and I'm supposed to go along with everything, or I'm supposed to go along with everything that's going on. I don't agree with everything that's going on, but because I don't say anything, that doesn't mean that I agree with what's going on. People just group me into things instead of asking me. And yes, I did ask that because all the time, again, I'm getting the police department is only racial profiling, pulling over people up that's African American. That's what I get. So for someone to say that and to ask me, why did I ask it? I asked that for reasons. I know two people who put in applications and they did not get a call. One finally got a call when I brought it back up and said, are we gonna call these persons?
So
They didn't get called
We're
back.
looking for specific colors and not.
No, we're not looking for specific colors. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that every person that we have hired or replaced of the persons that were let go, they were black and they replaced them with somebody else of another color. I'm not saying that we're doing it on purpose, but what do you think it looks like? So if I'm getting emails, again, text messages, or people asking me and saying that they're being racial profiling, what you want me to say? Come to the city council meeting and say it.
Yeah, come to the council. meeting. Exactly.
So people can retaliate against them when they say it.
What can you do?
So that's what I'm saying, so I'm their voice.
So I think the accusation there was no one's talking about me on Facebook, I think is what I heard. I think I've been called Hitler, the devil, everything other than.
Yeah,
than-
it's just political factions, it's wrong because it doesn't
is.
push the city council move forward. And you all need to just put the silliness aside. You don't govern by Facebook.
Yeah.
And
Well,
get all that mess.
It's
I
not
was-
silliness.
I was called a racial slur by the former city clerk. And I mean, you know, I got it on video. I mean, like, but
But
like,
what
I'm
I
not
don't
up
know-
here crying about it. I mean,
I'm not crying about it either.
No, I
I'm
know
not shedding
you're
a
a
tear. I'm
strong
not,
woman,
I'm
I
not
know
crying
that.
about it either.
I know.
Let's get that corrected. I'm not crying
You're a
about it
strong
either.
woman. I
But what
know.
I'm saying is I'm gonna represent the persons that email me, text me, or stop me while I'm out shopping or with my family and say these things to me. I'm representing them.
How about me?
I'm representing you too.
How about him?
Him too. I don't see color. I'm saying the persons that are speaking with me, of course, some of them are of color, but not all of them,
We need to pick the people who are
But not
gonna
all
push
of
the
them.
city forward.
but not all of them.
And if you don't mind, when,
And just to finish, we respect you, at least I do. I always have, but I don't know what you're doing. All it's, it shows, you don't show up, and then you show up in the last meeting, you have a comment with mayor, and then off you went.
We didn't have a quorum, so
Right.
there was no need for me to
But at
say.
least, even if you didn't have a quorum, you could have stick around and talked, there was audience members,
We didn't have a quorum.
so,
Joe, I'm gonna go ahead and, like,
anyway,
we had a little bit more back and forth than intended, so let the time run a little bit long, but I do wanna say that
You're welcome.
when the comment came up about racially profiling drivers, I've generated a report for you about the tickets and provided it,
did.
correct? Yep.
You did.
Did it show racial profiling?
It didn't show it, but that doesn't, you generated it to me, did you generate
I
it to the
sent, I
public?
sent it to the whole council, but.
No,
but
I'm saying that you sent it to your, did you post it so they could see it?
No, that's
Okay,
not-
well, they don't know that, Matt, so I'm still getting them, they don't know that.
But you just brought it up like you hadn't got it and the information.
No,
was
I did
provided.
not say that, that's not what I said, I never said it, I didn't say anything about a report.
Well, that's always my point, like, you came to me with that, and I got you the information.
And you
asked for.
did, but that's not what I said, I didn't say anything about you not giving me a report.
You mentioned the concern, I just wanted to make sure people were aware that you got the information you asked for.
And I did, but you just said
Mhm.
that I said that I didn't get the information. What did you just say?
I'd have to go back and check, I mean.
It's okay, man, it's okay, we can move on.
All right, so, are anybody else with comments, concerns, questions?
Yeah, I have a comment. I don't think the taxpayers ought to pay for part of the city council, a personal lawyer. You can go money on lawyer, you got the good one right here. Thank you.
I thought they were gonna state their name when they come up.
But yeah, do need y'all to sign in, if you don't mind, after, you can do it after, it's fine.
Madam Clerk,
Mhm.
can I say something like that for not to walk up?
I would prefer if you
I'd
would,
rather stand with my people.
I need you to come sign in at least.
I'd rather stand with the people. I think I can speak loud enough. I'm a school bus driver, and I yell over 72 students every day. I think everybody in this room can hear me loud and clear.
I need
Your
you to.
microphone will probably pick me up from
Can
here.
you
I'll
sign in?
sign in when I get done. Okay? The first thing I'd like to say is, the comments in reference to this meeting at first, is that when the point of order was called, the point of order must be recognized. So at that point, we were having a meeting. Okay?
It's a work session, so.
I get it, it's a work session, but you made a point of order, and that calls the meeting, and that point of order needs to be recognized. Okay?
Which one?
Um,
Sorry.
I was not aware, and I don't know if anybody else in this room was aware, that we were not covered by an interim chief when Chief Walton retired.
Where did you get
I
that
thought we
information?
had an interim chief.
Where'd you get that
And where did
information?
that person go? Because you just appointed in this work session Jeff King, police chief, which I don't have a problem with that. I just didn't know that the city was without an interim. I thought he was the interim because he would have been the captain underneath
He
our
was,
police chief.
he was,
So it would have made him
yeah, he was the interim.
interim, okay? Have we had that police chief position open for applicants to
Yes.
apply for?
It's an appointed position.
But we don't have people that apply for it?
It's an appointed position
Appointed position by your council?
by the mayor.
By the mayor, okay. All right. Nothing against you, Erwin and Erwin, but how much do you make by the hour?
200.
200, okay, you wanna hire somebody at 500 an hour?
It's a going rate across the board.
I support the idea of our council probably feeling like they need a council of their own, because I do see that there's strife, there's like a divider between the mayor and your council, which is real funny, because a lot of y'all were on the previous council who just moved up. And a lot of things that you say are you covering and paying bills and things that, came from the previous council. As though you're not putting yourself in that category, but you were there the whole time, including some of the other people. And I agree, some things have been discussed, and yes, with James and Jonathan Ray tonight, there were things that were count off and told no, not to pay, which was a part of your police, restitution or obligations to Springfield. That was voted against, and now I'm seeing and hearing tonight that you already prepaid for a check, and you won't even tell us citizens how much you paid for that, to cover for that, and he was somebody that you brought in yourself. The whole police department was changed when you came in. This isn't something that just started in January, this went back to November the 4th, the day after you got sworn in. So let's call a spade a spade. We've been dealing with this for longer than just a month or two, okay? And I'm a citizen, I'm just a citizen of Margaret, y'all. I'm not of any legal position in Margaret or anything like that, I'm just a citizen. I'm concerned about my city that I decided to buy land and property in, and I plan on being here for a while, I'm not going anywhere. I deserve to have answers, and I'm not hearing it tonight. I'm seeing strife and everything else between you and your council, and I just don't see how this city's operating under the government that it's in right now. What happened to the transparency of things?
So,
Where's
I
Mr.
didn't,
Rice coming from?
I didn't hear the actual question. What was like?
It's not just one person, sir, and you're not helping the situation either. I don't see you being positive to try and help support our council so that we
No,
can. I'm not for or
I'm
against
sorry.
anybody up on that council, but they're what we got, and they need to work together so that we can do the right things for our city to move forward. And you getting up making your little comments ain't doing no better either, whether it be right here on.
All right, I'm gonna stop
You stopped him, yeah, he's still running his mouth.
I'm stopping both of them, everybody.
He's not got up twice. So you just pick and choose who you silence?
No, I'm stopping the internet exchange, like, so
I understand, my 3 minutes is up, thank you for my time.
I didn't hear your actual question for during the, like, that whole last bit, was there an actual question there?
Towards the what, sir?
That last section about the police, was there a question there? You made a lot of statements, but I didn't hear the actual.
My question was, we didn't have an interim at some point. I was never aware that we didn't have an interim in the city. And then you just appointed tonight who you're gonna make the chief.
He was the interim, the moment Wayne left, he was appointed the interim. That's the mayor's authority, previously done multiple times. So he's been the interim the whole time and is now the chief.
Okay, and you answered my question. My question was if the becoming chief is something that is done on a council basis. You said, no, it's done on you. So far, the whole city's been run by you, so that's just another thing in your knowledge. I get it.
Okay.
Stephen, I just want to say that, if you bring up something, you can't back it up, you can't prove it, keep your mouth shut. That goes for all of you. Mainly, definitely. But, yeah, if you have something to say, you sent this, you sent that, if you can't hold up your computer, your phone, hey, here's the email I sent, don't say it. Just like they did.
Anybody else? All right, if there's no other comments, we'll go ahead and close this work session. And, with the council, like a brief break.
Yeah, 5 minutes, use the restroom.
All right, we'll reconvene at 6 p.m. for, regular business.
When? Oh, yeah. I just don't. They say I got Wi-Fi hanging on personal hotspot.
Here for months. You haven't asked a question. You
But
haven't.
didn't we all get an email about the thing?
But I mean, if you were here, it would have been.
I'm just trying to,
Oh crap, they're all running around with that.
I mean, I don't. I just got an email from our troops about District 2, 439 special call. I received the email regarding special session and informed me that I had a prior engagement at church and be unable to attend. 4:30.
I've got to call out Oh, no, they all. You have to pull the term off. That was the point.
I don't get to cover y'all, but one thing y'all need to do is make people identify who they are when they're at the podium. So we know who they are.
That's a good point. Honestly, typically I would have them sign up beforehand and I would call them by name, but being a special meeting, it calls so short notice, that signing is the best option to have. I'm a little bit surprised there were so few people, but, we also like, having people have to call in and get on the list. Apparently there's a lot of back and forth agreement and others, but I struggle with the work session of being the church. I'm still the chair, but it's not technically. I'm gonna ask you a question to the lead office this week about that, because while it is a, meeting, it's not like, there's no, minutes, and it's not, I don't know how much authority I have. Obviously, I have a couple of times, but, like, calling a point of order, and it's like, did I call the point of order, or did he call the point of order? I think he interjected a point of order when it's, I mean, that's the whole thing. It is funny, they're distancing themselves from the inconvenience situation. He said leave, and then backtrack real fast.
I think we all do.
Yeah, this should go pretty quick, because all that new stuff is not being addressed tonight. They're changing the permanent orders, or, like, it should go pretty quick. First, even hearing any information about it. So it's not, like, being called on a special meeting and then not having any information, like, and, with the contention there's gonna be no suspension. It really, it's a new but, I mean, this was clearly.
Has anybody else had problems with the city attorney?
No, he's told me that I'm wrong as much as anybody else, and so like, Councilman Ray went and threatened to fire him to the council. I'm for the council. well, you don't know what I said, we're gonna fire you. And like, obviously denying it now, I said it in another meeting, so, it was, oh, no, it's, I try to focus on the business of the day.
I'm Dave Ash, I'm with the St. Clair Times.
Going to the city council meeting, that's what we have.
All right, everyone,
Now, look, damn, they said,
we're gonna go ahead and call this meeting to order. So thank y'all for being here. At this time, I call the regular city council meeting to order on April 26th at 6:01. If you will, I'd like to ask Brian Bonner if he'd open us in prayer. Opening prayer.
Father, thank you so much for this day that you've given us. Thank you for all the blessings that you give us. Father, thank you for the freedom that we have to come together tonight in this country to conduct business. Father, we just ask that you just be with us and let us put our differences aside to conduct business to the best interest of the city, our citizens, and those that come to visit from Margaret. Father, we just thank you so much for all your blessings on us. We ask you continue to watch over and protect us this evening as we travel back home to our work, to our homes. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Remain standing for the pledge. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you all so much. And before we proceed, I want to declare the state the purpose of tonight's meeting. And this meeting is called to address both previous scheduled business that had not been considered due to lack of quorum and new matters that were requested that required action. The citizens, I'm going to do that right at this second. The citizens of Margaret expect continuity, accountability, and progress. Those expectations don't fall when the meetings are missed, and tonight's about moving the business of the city forward. For procedural notes, if there's a motion to table, tabling is intended for situations where additional information is needed, not to avoid consideration of business indefinitely. What specific information is needed to prevent the discussion or action should be asked. And if there is a motion to adjourn early, the motion would be recognized as under Robert Rule. It is a motion to adjourn is always in order. But before proceeding, I just want to note that this agenda includes critical and previously delayed city business, including items that may expose the city's liability is not addressed. And so the chair will allow the motion, but I strongly encourage everyone to consider adjournment, or whether adjournments are in the best interest of the city and the city's business. And finally, we won't have any approaching the day after the meeting. We're going to adjourn and clear the room. And so before we call a vote to adjourn, let's please make sure we don't leave any of this business unresolved that is legally able to be processed tonight. So, Ms. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Councilperson Chapman?
Here.
Councilperson Bell?
present.
Councilperson McIntyre? Councilperson Davis?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
Yep.
Mayor Torrisi?
Present. All right. Again, I want to take a moment and just kind of address our current situation directly and professionally as I can. Over the past several weeks, we've had multiple meetings without quorum. Critical items have gone unaddressed, and operational decisions have been delayed and disregarded. So just to be clear, the administration can't allow the business of the city to stall, the financial oversight to lapse, and the essential services to be impacted. Alabama law places operational responsibility on the mayor. The council's role is legislative to approve budgets, pass ordinances, and provide oversight. But when the council doesn't act, the responsibility to maintain operations doesn't disappear. It shifts, and the mayor carries out day-to-day responsibility. So we'll begin with the items that were previously scheduled but not considered due to lack of quorum, and because these items still have been properly noticed and remain valid. So we'll start with the department updates. So before we move into this, just talking about each department, I believe council should have gotten the actual numbers from each department at the beginning of the month. But, the real topics for tonight, obviously, I announced the appointment of, Jeff King as our police chief earlier this evening. And within the fire department, we have a topic for some fire trucks. And so, we're just looking to see if the council, is okay with pursuing getting some quotes on the repairs for 2 of the trucks that are seem inoperable, and a third that's, maybe just needs some minor repairs. The council's, would be willing to make a motion to, pursue repairs on the fire trucks. We can get that ball rolling.
I'll make a motion.
Councilwoman Samantha Davis made a motion to, seek repairs. Do we have a second? Or would you like to,
Do we know how much repairs are?
well, that's what we're seeking, the quotes for the repairs. Like, if they're gonna be substantial, so we want to make sure we, know that going in. So, motion to pursue quotes to repairs for the 2. All right, Councilwoman Marquise Bell seconds the motion. We'll do a roll call vote. Actually, sorry, any discussion?
Just getting quotes and fixing stuff, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Just the quotes.
I mean, it becomes a question of do we fix them or sell them? And so the motion is to get the quotes to repair. So, all right,
Councilperson Chapman?
Yes.
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
Yes.
Mayor Reese?
yes. All right, thank y'all. On the next item at hand, we're, the Public Works Director. So we've had a lot of stuff going on in the Public Works Department, and we spoke about, some of the issues there, and Todd's been leading that department very well for the last nearly 6 months, and so, but right now I'm not looking for any motions for that area, but I just want to make sure the council's aware that there's a lot going on, and I believe the comment earlier was from the further down the agenda to have interviews for that position. Is that correct? So that's still the, I guess we can pull that down here and look for a motion to, schedule interviews for a public works director. Is that what the?
You're on department updates, right?
Yep. All right. If we don't have any motions, we'll move on. So, no more questions from the council regarding department operations?
Well, this is just overall, right? We're not talking about the fire department now. Talking about
Those 3 departments.
City business, public works, right?
All departments.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. When we had like 1099 employees, I'm just gonna say in particular, the guy who ran the arm truck that cut the limbs, I don't know what,
Mhm.
you know, what was the problem with him? Because he done such a great job. Even though he was a 1099 employee, it had to still be cheaper to have him than it did a full-time person paying insurance and all of that kind of stuff.
So,
I'm just trying to get a handle on that.
so the position was filled without any council knowledge. He was a 1099 contractor using city equipment, not his own equipment. He was related to the former administration, and there are multiple issues with that position, and we had a department that was supposed to be handling that already, so why not have our own internal department handle it rather than subbing that out? I believe there are 3 to 4 separate departments that were all the locations that were all being maintained by close friends and family of the former administration, none of which were approved by council that I can find in any minutes. And in the last 5 years, council has spent over $150,000 on 1099 contractors. that was never even remotely presented to council, when we had a department that was intended to do that work. So,
Well, what do we pay for the employees to do that work now?
the going rate that
We
was,
figure-
the going
we
rate that was
figure all of
set,
that up
the going, well, yeah, it's
for
actually.
the
mentioned-
year for
Actually,
3 people with the
actually-
insurance and everything.
well, so it's not a comparable, object, because you're talking about a subcontractor who does one thing rather than an employee who does something year-round and does multiple other things. And at the 12/30 meeting, the rate was put out there to pay $15 an hour for the public works employees. And so at the December 30th special meeting, that rate was set and is being carried forward for the decision of council. And that does have a very large effect, but it is the city's services, and so that we are now actually covering our, doing the work that, we're subbing out. And I mean, there are lots of regulations around 1099 contractors, but generally speaking, before you pay then sub something out on a recurring basis. I mean, some of those subcontractors were not even paying business licenses in the city, but doing work for the city of substantial amounts. Surprisingly, a couple of them paid their business licenses right after I was elected, but that's neither here nor there.
I thought you was asking about the guy doing the tractor work.
Yeah.
Well, you asked about hourly rates and about them paying employees to do it, and I was explaining that, at the special meeting, we hired additional employees to do it ourselves.
All right, that gentleman wasn't hired by previous administration. He was hired by, formerly, which is now deceased mayor that used to be here.
Actually, he started before that.
Okay, well,
He was originally started working during the.
so who's using the tractor now to do all the cutting? I think that's what we're getting at.
Should be, Ethan and some of the other employees. The other employees in the public works department.
So, in relation to department updates, also, in the past, we tried to get on the agenda, the water and sewer. So currently on the water side, what we're bringing in versus what we're paying out to Trustful and Odenville, we'd like to see, I would like to see what we're paying out versus Trustful and Odenville. And after everything else is paid, what's left over for profit at the end of the day? As far as breakdown goes.
So you've been given a profit and loss statement for the last, since, I think, I can't remember if it started in early December or late December, but every month you've gotten a profit and loss statement for the Public Works Department, which includes all of that information. It shows how much is paid for water, but we can simplify the report if need be, but, all that.
That's not what I'm referring to.
You've asked how much we're bringing in, how much we're paying, and I'm telling you that you've gotten reports at least every month with all that information included in them. And, like the amount of money going out, amount of money coming in. Now, there's a lot of accounting issues that we're still cleaning up and trying to address, but all of that information is in those reports, how much we're paying and how much we're bringing in. And, now, in truth, we need to get all of that reporting into QuickBooks so that we can generate one report that covers, really the true profitability of the city. But, each month you get profit and loss, profit and loss, trial balance, balance sheet, and, the check detail, and that covers like outgoing and income, and profit and loss, that's the whole point. It's got your revenue and your expenses.
I'm talking about, we get a report from the water side, and we get a report from the sewer side.
Well,
In separate reports is what we're currently getting, like, at the beginning.
Keisha was providing.
Could you let me finish talking and stop interrupting me until I can get done? You're trying to answer a question, I ain't even giving you all the information. On the water and sewer side, what we're asking for is at the end of the day, what we're bringing in versus what we're paying out in that simplified report, number of customers, number of lates, so on and so forth.
You keep saying we, are you speaking for,
Speaking for me, Matt,
just making sure?
I mean, golly.
So, again, we'll see what we can do. I mean, if you can define those requirements that you're asking for in an email to us, we'll try to get the report prepared for you.
So you must ask for it now and then ask for it
No,
later.
no, I'm asking you to put, that made no sense to anybody in this room, and so we'd like you to put it into an email so that we can understand it, and so that we have something to reference when we return it later and you say we didn't do what you asked for. All right, anything
Okay,
else?
yeah, okay, now, we got 2 cemeteries
Mhm.
that are in bad need of being cut.
Okay, they should be on the schedule. we can, I'll make sure that, they look into it tomorrow, but, yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
I can't sit down.
So,
I know we had 1099 employees
Yeah.
who were
Almost.
who were cutting those, so I just wanna know where we're at on those. Yeah, it is terrible looking, yes.
What's the other one?
Austin Olds,
Up here on the Pine Springs, yeah. Pine Springs. Yeah, Pine Springs at the end of that cemetery, that's a city also, yes.
any other department updates or concerns? All right, moving on to the approval of minutes, so, again, we have minutes from January and February that are still requiring formal approval, and, luckily we have no minutes from April so far to get approved. So, do we have a motion to approve the minutes from, January and February?
I'll make a motion to approve them.
All right, got a motion to approve the minutes from Councilwoman Samantha Davis. Do we have a second? Not hearing a second, I'll second it. And so Mayor seconds the motion. Any questions, concerns? Can you detail out any issues that council has with these minutes that would keep us from approving them?
Yeah, I don't have those minutes.
I do believe they were given to you multiple times over the past couple meetings.
I don't have them. You didn't send them to me because,
You were given a paper copy 2 meetings ago, but that's okay. All right, so I guess any other concerns, questions? If not, we'll do a roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
no.
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
No.
Mayor Torrisi?
Yes. Thank you. Moving on, we have the review of the fire department updates from the 216 meeting. So during that meeting, we discussed several topics, new pay scale for covering the entire department, the appointments to the lieutenant positions, and I feel like I'm forgetting something from that meeting, but we just basically need to ratify those topics. Oh, we have the additional additions to the handbook that are fire department specific for the Kelly days and the other, there are certain requirements that are specific per department, and the handbook has a exception behind each department create their own supplement to the handbook that's specific to their department. That was part of that. So those are the 3 topics. We have a pay scale covering multiple pay ranges, not just individual employees and titles, with multiple years of step, and then appointments to the lieutenant positions, and the additional supplement to the handbook for specific to the department. So I'm looking for a motion to approve or ratify those department decisions.
Make a motion.
Councilwoman Samantha Davis makes the motion. Looking for a second.
You said there's a pay scale included in there too?
Yep.
Okay. So we're voting on the pay scale too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And it was a super basic high level like block pay scale. So it was not employee specific. It was just job level 1, job level 2 across 20 years.
I would advise that the updates include a promotion for anyone related to any council member. That council member would need to recuse themselves from
Oh, that's
You made the motion?
Yep, good.
Motion's been
So,
made.
well, it was to ratify the decision, but that is a good call. So, should we, rescission of the motion or just,
rescind the motion.
all right, would
I'll rescind the motion.
Councilwoman Smith Davis rescinds the motion, and so looking for a motion to, approve the, and you abstain from the,
I'll abstain from the vote.
looking for a motion to, approve the fire department, decisions. Hearing the motion, I will make the motion that we, approve those fire department changes for their policies and, from the February 16th meeting. So now I'm looking for a second. Hearing no second, the motion dies. Any other motions to be made about this topic? Okay. Carry on to the next topic. So we have resolution 2026-0401, the City Hall adjacent property, has been presented multiple times before. This is, the opportunity is prime for us to have that real estate to use for commercial development. I sent in the latest update information about the grocery store study that was done that was targeting that lot. And so the sooner we can get this property, the sooner we can actually start a plan for a commercial development. And so I'd like to look for a motion for us to complete this contract with the developers to accept the roads in exchange for the lots adjacent to City Hall. Looking for a motion to adopt resolution 2026-0401.
I'll make a motion.
Councilwoman Samantha Davis makes the motion to adopt resolution 2026-0401, City Hall adjacent property. Do I have a second? All right, not hearing a second, I will second the motion. So Mayor Torres seconds the motion. Any discussion, conversation, or input about this topic?
There's a lot of money going to be spent to bring those roads apart. I mean, a ton, more money than those lots are worth at the end of the day.
The opportunity, there's an opportunity cost involved with this, and
Yeah, that opportunity is gonna cost the taxpayers several $100,000.
you know, every day not moving forward with an opportunity for a commercial revenue opportunity is costing the taxpayers as well. It was one of the topics on the previous agenda about street acceptance, that how many streets were touched by the former administration during the campaign cycle that have now been inadvertently brought into our bubble, and like nearly $250,000 was spent on roads above and beyond any year in our previous history. Patching roads, touching roads that were not city roads. So there's been a terrible precedent set, but this is an opportunity for development. So I think the opportunity bears being allowed to bear fruit. All right, any other topics or comments? With a roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
No.
Councilperson Bell?
I'm abstaining.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
No.
Mayor Torres?
Yes. All right, motion dies. All right, moving right along. We got resolution 2026-0402, the water tower property acquisition. The details have been given to us, and so I'm looking for a motion to adopt resolution 2026-0402 to acquire the property for the water tower.
And what was the cost of that property?
$95,000 for close to 9 acres, and
You said 95,000 close to 9%.
close to 9 acres. And,
You said close to 90%.
no, close to 9 acres.
Oh, close to 90.
And so in exchange for it's either 55 or 52 water taps, we, basically, it's a clean trade with no cash out of pocket for the city to acquire the land so that we could put the water tower there. And those water taps will ultimately lead to revenue generating customers, and we obviously need the land for a water tower, so, there's like a 7-acre lot and four pre-platted lots that were platted for houses.
That's 7 acres.
Seven acres parcel, and then four, smaller platted lots that were intended for homes. I don't know the exact acreage. And so the land gives us an opportunity to do more with it, including possibly building a warehouse and storage facility and new offices for the Public Works Department near the vicinity of the water tower, and then possibly some additional land to do other things with, possibly a small park or anything we might choose to do there.
It's on the side of a mountain.
The water tower is currently on top of that mountain, and so, I mean, a little bit of dirt work can make, flat land, which is obviously a commodity here in market.
It's more than a little dirt work. It'll be a lot of dirt work.
Where are you at?
On the side of, right behind the water tower, right down the mountain.
2 of the 4 lots that were, platted for the houses have had dirt brought in and leveled somewhat, not enough to put the water tower on it, but there's plenty of, the city engineer looked at it, he's evaluated it, he's given it his, approval. And just, you can cut into the mountain, level some land, and put the water tower there. It's not an issue, the city engineer's already reviewed it. And he,
Can you give us the report?
I can get one.
I would like to see the report before.
I'm trying to remember what was sent in the packet. It may have been-
Is it in the packet? I would like to see it before I vote. Which page would it be? March 2nd.
I believe it's on the agenda for have the company recall.
I just think the resolution itself was in there. I don't know that there was a report attached to it.
Can we have the, layout of the lots? I thought we had the map of the lots in question. I'm checking.
So, we have a motion on the table, what do we have?
Yep, I'm checking to see if I can get her that, show her the information that was sent. And if it wasn't sent, then
No, March
Yeah,
2nd,
I'll draw.
March 16th.
So is there a motion on the table?
there's a motion on the table. Is this discussion? Actually, one second. Yeah, somebody made a motion, I seconded it. Correct?
Not for the water tower.
Not for the water tower, sorry, that's a previous one. Okay, sorry, apologize. We should have gotten to the, motion before we got into discussion, so, all right. Looking for a motion, and
I'll make a motion to table it till we get that paperwork.
Second.
all right, well, while y'all do that, I'll make sure and confirm that y'all got the paperwork in the discussion time, and so that we can get this business handled instead of continuing to kick the can down the road.
Well, you got a motion and a second on the table, so.
Yeah, and we're in discussion, so I'm gonna discuss it until we get you the paperwork so that we can move forward with the city business, just like.
Yeah, I don't see a report. But if you can get that to me.
You know, the report might have actually come before the motion that allowed me to start the negotiation.
A motion and a second on the floor. On time.
Again, coming back, the motion was until you get the information. I'm pointing out that the information was sent before we ever negotiated for the property. And so,
Okay, well, let me just go back and look.
We don't have it in this email.
It was in February.
it would have been, I believe the motion to pursue the deal was, I believe, in late December, if not early January.
Well, I know it wasn't in that February packet, so it's. We just table it until we get the report.
No, you guys want the information, I'm gonna take a moment and show that you've been given the information. All right, so from the 1/5 January meeting, we have the water tower negotiations. Let's see, I believe Keith may have been here at that meeting. 1/5/2026. Water tower was on the agenda, Keith was here at the meeting, but, a digital copy of the plans are not in the packet. I believe he had it in person. Alright, so we'll go forward with a roll call vote.
What are we voting on now?
To table it until he gets the paperwork.
Okay, so we're tabling until we get the paperwork.
Get the
Okay.
paperwork again.
Councilperson Chapman?
Yes.
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
Yep.
Mayor Lurie?
Yes. All right, next topic on the agenda is the, resolution 2026-0403, the Springville demand letter. So you're looking for a motion to see if, council is, looking for motion on this, the demand letter. I believe there was a resolution to accept to apply to the demand letter.
Well, you said you done took care of it, right? You know what you said?
See if council wants to honor the statutory requirement.
Didn't you say you done took care of it?
So looking for motion to see if council wants to honor the statutory requirement.
I said, didn't you already say you took care of it? In the work session, that's what you said, right?
I've made my, answered the question and requesting a motion to,
Well, I mean, if you've already, you said you already took care of it, what we need to vote on?
I mean, you can go on the record of, supporting the statutory requirement or not. All right. So looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to support.
All right, Councilwoman Samantha Davis makes the motion to support the resolution 2026-0403. Looking for a second. All right, not hearing a second, I'll make a second. Mayor makes a second. Open for discussion.
I don't have a clear, amount of what was paid. I don't have a clear amount.
It was, the demand letter was in the packet, stated the remaining amount.
Well,
And I don't have the exact number, but, it was around 19 and some change. And then some of it had already been paid at the time of the original contract.
But didn't you just say in the work session that you already paid it?
Yes, this is, again, council hasn't been here for the last month to handle the statutory business.
But you said you done paid it.
Again, council has not been here to handle the business at hand, and so this is an opportunity for council to,
What do we need to handle if you have already paid? Have you paid all of it or not?
The question has been asked and answered, like,
So what is the answer?
it's the same as it was during the work
So
session.
what is the answer? That's what I'm asking.
Amount, the statutory requirement has been paid.
Which is,
Let's just go for the vote. Let's just go for the vote. Let's just move
Before
on
we
with the
vote
vote.
tonight, I
Let's-
wanna ask the city attorney one question. Did we negotiate the amount of the demand?
The initial amount they sent was negotiated down, and the demand they sent was for the negotiated down amount.
The new, so they sent 2 demand letters or 1?
So the first request for reimbursement, I believe I came from their city clerk, and they had their attorney send the demand letter.
So the attorney sent the demand letter. So the initial letter that we received wasn't a demand letter, it was just a request for payment, correct? And the second letter we received was a demand letter. You gotta make that clear. So the second one was a demand letter requesting a certain amount to pay, and you negotiated it down to,
The first amount was what was negotiated.
okay. And so when the demand letter came, it had the negotiated amount on the demand letter.
Yeah.
Understand?
we had already paid 3,000 some, and some change, right?
Like 3,200.
So now we've paid all of it?
That's my understanding.
Okay, so
But the first
yes
amount-
or no?
Yes.
The
We
first
have
amount-
already paid it,
It was paid.
okay.
But the
You know
first
when it was
amount we
paid?
got was 3,200.
I don't know the date it was paid.
Okay, so why are we trying to approve a demand letter if the amount's already been paid?
The council can ratify that decision
To what?
to approve of the payment.
But it's already been paid, so what's there to vote on?
The ratification of the action. Of
But
him
if it's been done, and
That's what we need to
if it's been
ratify.
done and been paid, why are we voting on it? So basically what you're telling me is, and correct me if I'm wrong, is we spent city funds that we knew, obviously it wasn't in the budget because it's a resolution for us to pay it. So we spent it, and now we want the council to approve the expenditure because we weren't supposed to do it.
That is what's on the agenda.
That's correct.
Yes,
Okay, so I am right.
you are right.
Okay, I just making sure. So we spent taxpayer money without approval.
So if council had,
Okay.
if council had been in attendance, we could have had this handled during the.
It don't matter if we're here or not. You can't just turn around and just pay $20,000 out of the city funds without it being in the budget.
The, well,
All right, let's go to the vote. Let's go to the vote.
I already voted on it.
Yeah, we voted not to do it.
That's what I thought.
Now we've
the
done
not-
it.
No, the vote to not was a
Voted
different topic altogether.
No, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
The
the vote that we voted not to, the vote that we voted was not to pay.
That's right.
The
Yeah.
vote
Yes,
was
I'm
about
right.
the original negotiated amount, not the demand letter. We received the demand letter, y'all didn't appear for, sorry, the majority of council didn't appear for a month and left this out. And, I mean, essentially, there would have been a significant amount of attorney fees and extra litigation over paying something that is just our statutory requirement. And so,
That wouldn't have been ours, it would have been yours.
I understand it, but let's go ahead and clear it. You keep saying that we didn't come, but did I not email you and tell you that I couldn't make it? Did I send an email?
there was, Samantha just received an email like
At
at 4:30
4:39.
today
Who?
from you.
From you.
I didn't email you at 4:30.
Do you want me to pull it up and show
Oh,
you?
you can, but
Okay.
I'm sitting here at 4:30.
I did-
I'm saying, but we had a special meeting, did I not email you and say that I had other plans?
No, I did not
At
see that. email.
4:39 PM
What email was?
today, District 2, good morning, I have received the email regarding the special session and
Well,
wanted to
that's probably
inform
when
you
I-
that I have
we all
a prior
come.
engagement at church and will be
Yes.
unable to attend the meeting. If
We need
needed,
to move
I
on with
can
this
email-
vote right here. We're
That's
getting
what
way
I'm
off
saying.
a
What,
line
when Miss
here.
Samantha, why you always talking when I'm talking?
I'm just telling you, that's the
Sorry.
email I got. You asked me about it,
I know, I
I
didn't
told you.
The question was asked and she responded, and like I got the same email right here, arrived at 4:39 today.
Well, I don't
Do
know
I need to
why.
read the email that we have not approved paying this and you've already paid it?
Again.
Oh, carry on.
I was just answering the question that was asked.
Thank you,
20,000.
Samantha, I so appreciate that.
Can we just go to the
You're
vote?
You can vote,
welcome.
please.
Can we vote?
But I thought we voted not to pay it. I'm just trying to get some.
We've not voted
clarification.
not to pay
We
it.
voted not to
We
pay.
voted not to pay it though.
The vote was for the original request, it was just the request. Then this demand letter came. This was a different topic for settling the demand letter to
For the
prevent
same- for the same
lawsuit.
thing.
For the
and
same amount of money.
legal
the same thing.
It was a.
So we just
Don't
pay
matter if we're
bills
here or
when
not.
nobody's
Ain't
here
nothing-
now?
You don't need
It
to
was
be
a
talking,
threat.
buddy.
You gonna let?
You don't even need to be
people here
talking.
talk like
The
this?
demand letter is the demand letter is a, threat of legal action and to prevent additional legal costs.
So did you, did you advise the mayor to pay this? You did not? Okay. So the mayor, you took this one yourself to pay this?
Yes, I took it upon myself to handle the statutory requirement when the council was absent of their duties.
So you took it upon yourself to spend taxpayer money for something not approved by the city council through a resolution?
That could be debated, but.
No, you just said you did.
No, but.
I'm asking you again.
Not.
Yes or no?
the
Mr. City
appropriate-
Attorney,
the
you
appropriate
advised
amount.
that you did not tell the mayor to pay this.
I did not.
You did not, okay.
Let's go to the vote.
All right.
Roll call.
Councilperson Chapman?
No.
Councilperson Bell?
No.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
No.
Mayor Torresi?
Yes.
So we got two people that's okay with
All right,
spending city money how they want
We're
to.
moving on. It's a statutory requirement, so next on the agenda, we have the ordinance 2026-008, which is the residential rental and inspections ordinance. This is gonna be, we'll consider this the first hearing, or the first reading of the updated ordinance. And at the next regular meeting, or I guess might be next regular meeting, we'll have a public hearing for this ordinance and vote after the public hearing for this ordinance. Any questions or concerns about this ordinance? All right, if not, moving on to ordinance 2026-009, no smoking in public places ordinance. This has been on the agenda for quite a while now, and so I'll consider motions for this ordinance.
So the residential rental and inspections have been voted down previous too.
This is a modified resolution, so it's not the same. All right, no motion on the floor for there's no smoking in public places. I'll move on. Ordinance 2026-010, that's sign regulations. This one also has been on the agenda since, I believe, December. This is just common sense legislation that helps us control the display of signs and give us the authority to add a little bit more control to the signs that are the right of way that calls us to have to weed eat and clean around, and it costs the city and the Public Works Department additional work. The city engineer prepared this 3 years ago, I believe, and but it's just, again, common sense legislation, so I'm looking for a motion to adopt ordinance 2020. I do believe we did have, just remember, it's been so long now, remembering that we had a public hearing about this ordinance previously. Yeah. So we had a public hearing previously, so now we're revisiting this. I believe it was tabled after the public hearing. So we're looking for motion to adopt ordinance 2026-010, sign regulations.
Number 9, Mr. James.
Number 9.
Number 9, Mr. James.
Well, no smoking in public places is over with. There's a 10. Sign regulations.
All right, looking for a motion for ordinance 2026-010, sign regulations. All right, I'll make a motion that we adopt ordinance 2026-010 for sign regulations. Looking for a second.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Samantha Davis seconds the motion. Any discussion? Is there any opposition or issues with the ordinance?
I'm okay with the signs.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, hearing no discussion, we'll, roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
Yeah.
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
Yep.
Mayor Torresi?
Yes. All right, ordinance 2026-010 passes. Next on the agenda, we have the city clerk job description and pay scales. You've received these previously in your packet. We have two different, positions, responsibilities, and pay ranges. You know, if these are not desirable, are there any options for alteration or changes made to these?
I think we need to look at the applicants and see what we can offer. We don't even know what the assistant's getting paid, another day. I mean, is it in the budget?
Sure. So.
Just like that 20,000, carry on.
All right. So
Can I
any-
ask a question? May I ask a question? So we have an assistant clerk,
Mhm.
I'm just trying to figure out why.
To assist with the overwhelming work that's going on right now with the cleanup and
But we already have people,
so,
persons here to do that.
well, we have a, interim clerk right now who's helping part-time. We have the, so like between her being part-time and the water sewer and the magistrates and everything else like that. I mean, it's a strong need and it'll probably be a strong need going forward. Like, the original budget was planned to have someone that would be able to work at the front desk and help offset some of the load from people coming and going and interrupting day-to-day operations. And so it's been part of the plan all along, and so therefore was budgeted for it.
We have those many people coming in during the day?
You'd be surprised. And our court load has also increased, but also with the, he came to speak at our previous meeting, but he'll be back with the ramp up that we need to do in our business licenses and business, revenue seeking. That's gonna add in a lot of additional work as well. But we'll cover that again when, the gentleman from River Tree returns to discuss his product.
And so how many people or persons used to work when the previous administration was here?
I've heard several different numbers, like, at one time, I believe there were 5, and, I mean, it's just fluctuated over the years.
I'm
But-
only
I've
asking
heard
because
several
I'm just
different
trying to see
numbers.
what's the difference, like,
He was
what's the
here.
work, has the workload changed from them to now that we're here? And that's the reason why we need some additional people in
Well,
office?
The restructuring of the departments, and something that was on earlier agendas, and was tabled, was basically trying to make sure that everybody has a job description, has job duties, and has roles and responsibilities. And it's why we're at this topic of trying to set city clerk job description and pay scales before we employ someone. So it's all part of the plan. It's how the budget was built to accommodate this growth. And like, we have to pursue revenue that we've left on the table for years. Business licenses that haven't been paid, and it's legitimate tax revenue that's owed to the city that's just not being collected. And so everything requires work, and honestly, it should be, the file room should be reviewed by every council member so they can see what condition it was in versus what condition it's at, and it's still transitionary to clean it so that we can find records of information of what we have. There's a large office organization priority going on that was in the mayor's update email I sent yesterday, but previously discussed as well. There is an absolute chaos behind the scenes at City Hall that we're attempting to clean up. And like,
You want the council members to come and help clean up the file room?
no, just to see the situation. I've asked it before, and I'll
I've
ask it
seen
again. Yeah.
But you want us to come and help out?
No, I said you should come see the condition of the file room. I mean, you're welcome to come help if you want to, but some of the stuff is stuff that we can't, like the personnel files cannot be, seen, but the personnel files are a bigger part of the issue. We have a tremendous amount of personnel files that are missing critical information and things that we have to get caught up, and this takes a lot of time, a lot of effort to go back in time and try to find information for missing employees. Like it is a massive undertaking that honestly we should probably be hiring someone to fix it, but I brought that up previously and it got shot down.
Well, you fired everybody. You fired 13, 14 additional employees. What are they doing? Oh, 18, excuse me.
If you were doing your actual roles and responsibilities, you might be aware of what they're doing. But
Well, we can't do that because we're worried about what all money's being spent. You spent 20,000 without us approving it.
and how much did you spend?
Oh, I ain't spend nothing.
You spent
Show me a
money.
check with my name on
You
it.
spent money?
Show me a check that I've signed. Bring it to me and show it.
Yeah. So, we will
So
be.
you can't.
We will be.
You
presenting-
can't.
No, we
You can't bring a check that my name is on.
So
Exactly.
you're trying to pigeonhole this, but we're not gonna go down this rabbit hole right now, but we will.
How many
be-
checks have you signed with your name's the only name on there?
So we will be presenting.
Exactly.
We
You
will
won't
be
answer
presenting
that
the
either.
findings of the investigation into your behavior soon.
Oh, investigation. Good.
The,
Back to the agenda topic.
Yeah, that's what we are. That's why we're here. We're making, it's accusation city, sounds like.
As far as the job description side of it goes, having a defined job description is important for workers' compensation and ADA, so that the role can be defined and that they can be accommodated should an employee get injured.
So are we gonna have town clerk?
we've got pretty much the staffing I believe we'll need for now, unless when it comes time to, if we bring the revenue position in-house, that's a new position, but that would be a revenue generating position, but we'll have to when we further the conversation with River Tree, who was here at the last meeting, we can get a number of how much revenue we're leaving on the table every year. And, there's usually a spike at the beginning where they collect revenue that hasn't been collected for years from people who haven't been paying the fair share, and that includes big companies down to just the subcontractor working on one house. When we get there, there'll be a discussion of whether that job should be brought in-house and should be employed in-house. But for now, I believe we're well situated.
Well, this is the last question. So all of our positions are part-time, correct? Like all of, city council,
No.
including yours?
No.
We all part-time?
No, that's an absurd, like, you're an elected official, your responsibility exists 24/7.
Okay.
Like you have a city phone, right? Yeah, and I'm not telling you should have to answer at any time, but like, it's a responsibility that you've run for.
Is this on the agenda?
But I'm bringing this up to say that you have a full-time
It's not.
assistant, correct?
So what are we discussing for?
Well, I have an executive assistant, but they're doing more than just my executive assistant, so.
Okay.
We can get back to the topic.
All right, I just wanted to know that. Thank you so much.
Mhm. All right, sorry.
I just need clarification, that's all, because some things wasn't clear.
So, any discussion or conversation or any motions about the city clerk job description and pay scales?
Make a motion to table to the next meeting.
Again, as I mentioned at the beginning, until we handle this situation and have these descriptions, this puts us in a bad situation. How can we move forward with a job when we don't have descriptions to give to the person? I mean, the further we delay this critical business for the city, the further it hurts every aspect of this. I mean,
This down here on 16.
Thank
I'll just take
Thank
that.
you, Mayor. for
Um,
briefing.
well,
Bless you.
so we have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion to table.
Oh, no. I don't want to table it. Let's get it over with.
So obviously, job descriptions such as this can also be modified in the future, but I mean, this gives two very clean opportunities and options,
Motion was seconded.
so, well, no,
I
I,
thought she seconded it.
no,
We already
After he
had
told her
it.
what she was second, she said no.
Already, right?
yes,
Okay.
so, all right, no second, motion dies, looking for, are there any other motions on this agenda item?
No, I thought she seconded the motion.
No. She thought it was a motion to, move forward with it.
I make a motion to second. Table it.
I'll second
So
that.
next
We
week.
got it down here on
You
16
can't
anyway.
make the same motion twice, it already died.
Well, he just thought that she seconded it.
It doesn't change the matter of that your motion died, you can't make the same.
Did we not have a second on the table?
I didn't hear, but if it was seconded, then.
Yeah, it was seconded.
She retracted her.
No, you told her to say something and then she said something. That's what just happened.
I asked her if it was for the motion, I asked her if it was for the motion to table, and she said.
Roll
no,
that
that's
beautiful
not what
bean
she was- thought
footage,
she was
somebody.
seconding. She retracted her second.
Well, that's why nobody down here saying anything, 'cause
I asked again, after
Okay.
she retracted, is there a second, and the motion died. All right, so looking for a motion on the city clerk job description and pay scales.
make a motion to table to 2 meetings from now.
You can't do that.
You can do that.
You cannot do that.
I said, yeah, because my previous motion was a motion to table to the next meeting.
So,
So now we're moving it 2 meetings down.
no, I reached out to the League of Municipalities, and they directed that you cannot table past the current meeting that you're in.
Show it. Where's it at?
Like, you call the League of Municipalities.
No, you said it. Show it.
like, it's, I call the league based on your behavior in the previous
On my
meetings, and they're, but, all right,
Motion's on the table.
it's not on the table because it's an invalid motion, it's the same motion again.
Let's go, consult with our city attorney.
Where are we at?
Why do we need to keep tabling
Totally
the city
lost.
clerk job description and pay scale?
It's what,
I know that, but
Why can't we
where are we
just
at on that?
put it out there?
They one way or the other, it died anyway.
so what is the issue with a job description and pay scale for a position? Like, what is a valid description or issue with that? Just asking to see if you have anything other than, any justification for the action,
What's your justification for the action?
so that the city has a written job description.
Talking about, you said you talked to the league and said my motion was invalid. How can my motion be invalid when it was just discussed?
I spoke to the league about tabling things for extended periods, and they said you can only table something until the end of the current meeting and current session, and then it's no longer tabled. You cannot table for past the current meeting, and Robert's rules, we can look it up if you want. So I make a motion to adopt the city clerk job descriptions, both of them, 1 and 2, and the pay scales associated with them.
I'll second.
Councilman Davis seconds the motion. Any discussion?
Is she serious now? She just, because she seconded the other one.
Any discussion? All right, no discussion, we'll move on to a roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
No, I'm just thinking about this right here.
We need a,
So, job description and pay scale.
mhm.
Okay, yes.
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
No.
Yes. Okay, motion passes, thank you. Moving on to the IT services and security camera quotes. We previously received 2 different quotes. One was pretty high, and the second one was, that's essentially lower and pretty good quality camera. So does anybody have, a motion regarding the IT services and security camera quotes? Just to reiterate to the public, the security camera quotes were to add protection and cameras at all of our remote facilities as well, so that we had coverage at Fire Station 1, Fire Station 2, the annex building, and update to City Hall. One of the contractors explained to me that our NVR that we have here is falls under vulnerability, being a Chinese manufactured NVR that most United States municipalities are not supposed to carry. I have not verified that. That was just what the contractor told me, and that there apparently was a law change a couple of years ago that required certain security devices to be manufactured in the U.S. and or be certified. And so if nobody has anything, I'll make a motion to proceed with the second quote. That we accept the second quote from,
What is it?
Is that for IT or security camera?
security cameras.
So what about the IT?
The second security camera quote did not include IT services. The other company, offered hourly rates, but, those would be two separate topics. And I am not finding the, security camera quote. I believe it was 10,000 and some change, but no, give me one moment. This is the issue when things get tabled for such extended periods.
Just lack of being prepared.
And now I'll make the motion to go with the second contractor for, based on the quote provided, to add security cameras to the, city's facilities.
What's the amount?
Say up to 15,000.
That's the second one?
Yes,
So we don't know the
For
amount.
security cameras only?
Yep.
You say up to?
Up to, yeah. I'm looking for the specific packet, but,
I think it's back in January.
So you making the motion?
I made the motion.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Samantha Davis seconds. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, we'll call for a roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
No.
Councilperson Bell?
No.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
No.
Mayor Parisi?
Yes. All right. Are there any other motions around this topic, or any other estimates or quotes to be presented? If not, we'll move right along to the Old Acton Road grant funding discussion.
What about the IT services?
I believe I just asked if there was any other motions or,
Well, you said they were separate, that's why the reason I'm asking.
and you said you were coming up with some more quotes, right?
I said I've got one for the camera system,
Okay. All right, well then,
don't have it with me.
I'll roll back and look for a motion to accept the IT services from the original quote.
What?
Well, actually, I mean, do you want, they quoted the cameras and the IT services together, so are you, again, looking for a motion on that topic? Are there any motions to be had? All right, hearing no motions, have four, moving on. Old Acton Road grant funding and discussion. So again, this is gonna be a pretty large project. We spoke previously and we pursued getting estimates from the city engineer. He came back. It was it's a little over $500,000. But if we get the Rebuild Alabama grant, that would bring it down to just over $200,000, and then county should again match our out-of-pocket portion for the, anything above the grant match. And so this would be in the very similar price range as the Brookhaven Drive grant, where it'd be 100 to 200 out-of-pocket for the city to basically completely build Old Acton Road and take the curves out, straighten it out. We'd be coming across the developer's current property, coming to a three-way stop with a 90-degree right turn and then a straight shot out. So that way people can actually see from the railroad, and it's really a big safety issue because in that short 300-yard span, there are three blind curves and barely a one-lane road that washes out continually. So this would be a major overhaul of that we thought was going to be part of the, we thought paving at least was going to be part of the gas pipeline, but it was not. So looking for a motion to approve up to $250,000 for this capital project for the Old Acton Road grant.
I'll make the motion.
All right, Councilwoman Samantha Davis makes the motion. Looking for a second.
I'm sorry, did you say up to 200,000 our part?
Up to 250,000 for our part. It should be less than that, but after the county commission match. All right, if no one else will, I will second the motion. So Mayor Parisi seconds the motion. Any discussion? I mean, I would just reiterate that this is a major safety correction for the city. It's long overdue. The road itself, if it were to try to be repaired as it is, would just continue to wash. So until we do something pretty drastic, it's going to remain an issue.
What are you looking?
Well, I was just discussing, and so does anybody else have anything to discuss or questions about the topic? If not, I'll call for a roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
Yeah.
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
No.
Mayor Parisi?
Yes. All right, motion passes. Thank you. All right, last former item, we have the Alabama Power streetlights. So essentially, looking for a motion to allot a certain amount that we can use to add additional streetlights throughout the city. They go from as little as $7 a month up to, I think, $30 a month, which is for really good rates for municipalities. I would like to get a motion to just get a set amount that we can use to add additional lights around the city. I know we've heard two two now, but there are plenty more that need to happen. I believe I presented a map to council and asked for just to mark locations on there, and we'll, get the, exact amounts, but I believe at this point, we can just get an amount, and if council can email me any suggestions, start the process with Alabama Power. So I'm looking for a motion for just a nominal monthly amount, where we can add lights up to that amount.
How many lights are we talking about?
That's the, I mean, if we lay down the map, we could probably add a tremendous amount, but I'm just trying to come up with a, 300, 500,000, and if we add up to that amount, we don't have to add that many, but like, just looking for an amount that we can add as a monthly recurring bill for these lights, because once they go up, they generally don't come down. And they start at $7 for a 40-watt light, all the way up to, in the 30s. I've seen it on one of the previous packets, but, and we can discuss different lights, different voltages, or watts and LED versus, fluorescent as well at different locations. But obviously, before any light goes up, the public would be asked before we put a light in front of their house and are shining on their properties. But it's a great need for the city. You drive around at night, there are quite a few dark intersections.
Well, Alabama transitioned it over to, Alabama Power transitioned it over to, LEDs.
Yeah, the majority.
Now
of them.
anyway, so.
Yeah, they give you a pretty good rate to switch a fluorescent to an LED, but the rates they're giving us for these are pretty substantially low. All right, so just looking for a motion for a comparable amount.
I make the motion for that.
All right, Councilwoman Martrice Bell made a motion for $1,000 a month for additional Alabama Power streetlights.
It's a lot, but
Looking for a second. Hearing a second, I'll second the motion. And we will plan out and send out the information about where they are, and give everyone a chance to weigh in on if they want a higher wattage, or any questions, and then we'll also send feedback once we talk to the residents. But I believe you should all have a map. If not, I'll email it back out that you can mark up for possible locations. Any other discussion or comments?
$1,000 a month, that's what your motion's for, Martrice?
yes.
We may not spend that much, but that's a good amount to have a lot of flexibility. All right, no more discussion, we'll go for a roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
No.
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
Yeah.
Mayor Tracy?
Yes. All right, motion passes. Moving on to the new additional request. There was a topic of an additional attorney for consideration. Being the first hearing, and first reading of this and the expense, looking for any discussion, but I believe we'll need to hold it over to the next meeting to vote on it. I personally would like to see some RFPs and other quotes, knowing how much we pay for our current attorney and as the hourly rate. I mean, obviously, that's a substantial investment for, but I support the council if they feel like they need that, but I'd just like to see it, make sure we do it properly. All right, any other discussion or topics? Questions?
I just think $500 an hour is entirely too much. That's wasting city funds too. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, because how often are we gonna call them and keep them on the phone for 2, 3, 4 hours with things that we could handle between ourselves if we just could be adult enough to have the conversation? So for me, I don't feel like that's warranted at this time.
Well, $200 an hour.
I
We got about
agree.
200 hours invested since
But how many-
late November. That's 200 hours, that's a lot of time.
I understand, but how many of those,
$31,000?
how many of those hours were one of us calling, was it one of us calling
You know what?
and an extended phone call time? Like, that's what I'm saying, it's like,
Yeah.
I understand that.
Well, we can get a report from the attorneys of who they were speaking with and how much time it ran up, and I mean, we get a pretty detailed invoice of the day, but I mean.
We do?
Mhm.
I ain't seen an invoice. You seen invoices?
I do see the,
Where'd they go to?
Well, didn't you?
Hold on, I'm talking to the city attorney.
they go to the city clerk and the mayor.
Oh, okay. Because we haven't seen any invoices for anything. Even asked for them in emails. I even emailed you asking for a copy of all the invoices for the city.
You did not.
Yes, sir, I'll show you. I'll forward it to you.
Please
So,
do.
I will.
and
I'm happy to send it.
I sent it to your dad.
I do believe I presented, so the city has an ordinance for paying recurring bills and regular bills. And I brought it up to do away with that ordinance, and because I feel like it's in contradiction to state law, and that was tabled and kicked down the road. So like, I have presented that and sending every check and all the regular financials. So, I mean, I'm happy to, get rid of that ordinance, but we'll put it on the next agenda and bring it up and handle it. But the ordinance is exist, it's in place, that regular bills are paid, and,
So we've asked for all the invoices and you've politely declined? What's your response to that?
I don't recall politely declining. I remember you asking me for a budget to actual after you voted down doing the GL work, needed to create a budget to actual and tabling that for 6 months. And then 2 days later, you asked me for a budget to actual, which would require the work that you tabled. So like your motions, your actions, and your obstinance has really just like caused nothing but more headache and more trouble for the city. It's really, I mean, you're speaking out of both sides of your mouth and not following through nor citing your references. Like, we're all working every day to get these, the chaos turned into order and try to get it to where it's easy to present and report. And rather than working against me, if council could help work with me, we could make that transition a lot smoother.
We
But-
could, if you quit writing checks for 20 grand that's not been approved.
Well, if you would show up for a meeting like the responsible adult that you ran to be, then we could have discussed this. and
What's
gone
that got to
through this.
do with you stroking checks that you're unauthorized to pay?
All right, we're getting off the topic at
So,
hand.
no,
but
you
but
wanna
we-
make all the
we just-
accusations,
no,
but when you spend thousands
I
of
have-
city dollars, you don't want any accountability for your
I
actions.
have a paper trail, but you're taking. we're
Yeah,
get-
you
we're
had a
getting- we're
paper
getting-
trail,
we're
and
getting
you've
off
admitted to
topic.
it tonight.
The, moving on to the next topic at hand, we had the, ordinance governing purchasing authority. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make a motion that we, send this to the Attorney General for, his opinion. And, it's the least we can do because this ordinance,
Pertains to you,
this ordinance
pertains to you.
violates many state statutes and is an absolute, contradicts itself. It is not a well-worded ordinance, nor is it in, nor does it make any sense. And so, and so that's my motion that we send this ordinance for review. And actually, never mind, it's not on the special agenda. I think there are several existing ordinances that need to be sent for review, but I will get those on the next agenda. So the motion for now is to send this ordinance to the Attorney General for his opinion.
I'll make the motion.
Well, I mean,
I'll
Mr. Big
second
seconded. So Mayor Forrest makes the motion, Councilman Samantha Davis seconds the motion. Any discussion or conversation? All right, no discussion or conversation, we'll, ask for a roll
I
call
don't know
vote.
what we're voting on.
He's trying to vote down the
We're sending the ordinance to the Attorney General for his
Governing
opinion,
purchasing authority.
his opinion. Again, to prevent the city from getting into long, drawn-out litigation.
Every other city's got one. You're the only one trying to avoid one.
Please show any of us,
The city of Springville's got one.
show it.
Huh?
Let's see it,
I'll get you a copy.
let's see it.
And Councilman Chapman, what, the motion on the table would send for an opinion to the Attorney General, so that we.
That's
can-
what I wanna know what the motion is for.
Yes, to essentially get an opinion from the Attorney General on the effect and legality of the ordinance.
Okay.
And it all depends on how it's wrote up, whether it
Right.
advantages him or advantages us.
I can assure you it will be written fairly. I'll be the one writing it.
Okay, so, roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
Okay, I'm just gonna vote no right now.
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
No.
Mayor Torresi?
Yes. Okay. Motion passes.
Hey, since it pertains to him,
We're moving on to the next topic.
was he allowed to make
So,
the motion?
it does not,
It's an ordinance for the city.
But it's pertaining to the
It's
mayor,
not related to his personal benefit.
or is it? The
okay,
spending power.
Moving on,
Yeah.
the, full-time city clerk
Don't
position.
contemplate yourself.
Full-time city clerk position. We've now passed an ordinance and we've passed the motion for the job description and, pay scales. And so I believe the action that was requested here was to have a, public interviews for this position, so I don't believe that would be would that be a work session or just an open interview?
If there's a forum, it would be an open meeting and could be classified as a work session.
Okay, so a special work session to interview candidates for the city clerk position. And, all right, is there any concern, or is that satisfactory to the council? Do it, well, I guess I'm looking for a motion of that, in that nature. All right.
I make a motion for a work session to interview some full-time city clerk position.
Candidates.
Do what?
Candidates, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Got a
The
motion.
council get that list together and then
You have the list that's been sent out, like,
talk about of the candidates that we want to interview, is what I'm saying.
yes, if you'd like to submit your top three, and that way we'll narrow it down. All right, so we have a motion,
Hold on a second, you said we're gonna narrow it down,
well,
meaning all of us gonna vote on the ones to narrow down the interview?
each council member will submit their top three from the applications, and then we'll, like, of those three, we'll determine which ones we actually call in. I don't think, there were.
No, we call in who we want. This is a council appointed position. This is not a mayor appointed position.
Right, but it's to reduce the amount of people we interview.
But you can't choose who we interview. If we want to interview all of them, we can interview all of them.
That's your prerogative. All right, so each person submit their top three, and we'll go from there. All right, so we have a motion to have a, work session, to interview city clerk position, or candidates. And the council will submit their top three. Do we have a second?
I second it.
Marquise Bell seconds the motion. Any discussion? All right, roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
Yes.
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
Yep.
Mayor Teresa?
Yep. All right, the next topic on the agenda was a sewer operator position.
Public Works.
Well, no, this was sewer operator. Oh, sorry, it's public works director position. Public works director position, I believe we took applications, like council was requested to submit their top three. Do we want to take the same approach there, or do we want to, well,
We're gonna go same
Yeah,
route.
same route,
with
yeah.
that.
well, I need to check and see, I think, Anthony, this was, putting the job out for application was on there, but this was, first time this topic has been on the agenda. Is does it need to hold over to the next meeting? All right, so we're looking for a motion on holding interviews for the public works director position.
I make the motion.
I second.
All right. Marquise Bell makes the motion to hold a work session to interview candidates for the public works director. James Chapman seconds the motion. Any discussion?
Now, what does Todd do? Like, what is his title? What was it supposed to be when he was brought in?
Todd is the interim public works director. Like, he was brought in as a sewer operator and immediately fell into the interim public works director and has been doing a tremendous job like building up both departments and managing them.
So why are we not allowing him to remain in the position?
Well, it's, that's part of why I was checking on the, public work, the fact that this is the first time, like, we put out for applications, but like, council didn't respond, we had one response after the request, and council not responding to the original, like, interviews and applications that were submitted. God, it's been 2 months or more, but no, I agree, it should be considered, and, you can absolutely.
So he was brought on as Public Works Director?
He was brought on as a sewer operator based on the
Okay.
previous council, decision and previous administration, and then he filled the role as interim public works director, from pretty much from day one.
I don't think nobody's got a problem with what Todd has done with that,
Mhm.
you know, but.
So why
you're the
would
one
we
who said
not-
that Matt, you're the one who said you was gonna break all this down into the separate positions.
So can,
Well, no, actually, it wasn't my,
Jonathan,
it
you
wasn't,
did that too?
it wasn't,
I'm sure it did.
it wasn't my motion that occurred at the special meeting as a result of the, special meeting on 12/30.
so can we keep, I mean, would it be acceptable to allow Todd to remain as the Public Works Director? And not look for someone else to fill that position since he's been doing it this entire time?
I mean, it's a,
You gonna do public works, sewer, and water?
the, it would probably require a separation of, like, leadmen and our shift supervisors in each area with a overarching, like, we don't wanna get back in the situation where we have one person over too much, but if you had leadership positions in the other departments, that would be
Why
a
wouldn't we?
viable solution.
Why wouldn't we do that then? Promote within, and anybody that's promoted, if it leaves a job opening, then hire them from the outside.
Well, he's gonna do that, why'd you accept applications?
Having interviews doesn't preclude.
Yeah, I mean, you can have interviews all day long.
I was
still-
just asking, I mean,
Still make a decision.
Yeah, same cut to the chase.
I'm just merely asking why we.
It's not has the gentleman done a great job for us, I mean, that's,
I'm not saying it is,
Yes.
I'm asking, why would we interview for that position if we have someone that's clearly doing an okay job? And if it meant promoting to a management level of people that is working under him, and then hiring whomever to fill the position that is then vacant?
That's a very good option. And,
Why would that be an issue? That is what I'm asking. Not saying that you're saying he's doing a terrible job, it's not it at all.
Well, we've got a couple options.
all we're doing is trying to interview people, that's it.
We've got the.
To do what?
So,
What you advertise for,
so
I
it
didn't advertise for anything, so don't say you.
what's a week,
who's we?
what's a council?
All right, so, we got a motion second, as far as discussion, I think Davis makes a good point, and, the
So
balance.
is there a motion at the second on the table?
we're in-
Why are we not voting?
We're in discussion,
You're still in discussion.
and, let me know when, you wanna, like, relieve the chair, or give the chair back to the chair.
I'm just wondering when you can fill it correctly, we won't have to worry about it.
All right, well, if that's the case, maybe I'll just, all right,
We're going to get back to the discussion of what we're here.
all right. There are a couple other options, so we got a motion and a second, I will, roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
Yes.
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
No.
Councilperson Ray?
Yes.
Mayor Parisi?
I'm gonna say no. All right. Next order of business, the sewer operator position.
I make a motion, we get rid of who we currently have and put Todd in that position if he holds a certification to do that for us. I mean, initially, that was what you initially suggested in the beginning, was to separate sewer and water and public works as well, not to overload one director in one department. I mean, I think that's the whole reason why he was originally brought on board at the end of the day. And he even told us if we wanted him to get his water certification, that he would be more than interested in doing so, and upon doing so, we agreed to compensate him fully what both positions were attributed to be valued at.
You keep saying we,
Was the council.
council voted on that? Well, council voted on that,
Do you remember this discussion, sir?
um,
Todd?
all right, so,
I remember I was offered
Motion's been made.
all three.
yeah, to
I was given the choice, I could take all three, I could run one or run two, or
to clarify, motion to terminate the contract with Terrell and Waters.
Correct.
Okay, we got a motion, do we have a second?
And to put Todd in that position because he holds the state certification to do so. So he would have to sign off on that, therefore making him the sewer operator
That's it.
from a legality standpoint. That's what my motion is.
I believe he's already, okay,
According to ADM, he had to be listed as an operator in order to sign off on the documentation.
yes,
Yeah, so there we are.
okay, so do we want to revise the motion, or
I just did. I've already said it.
he's already in that position, there's no reason to make the motion to put him in a position he's already in. But, okay, so,
Would you like to elaborate what I've said?
So, currently the city's paying a outside sewer operator.
Mhm.
And as far as Todd goes, I'm not sure if he's currently an interim sewer
no,
operator.
he's
or-
sewer operator, interim public works director,
So he's already the sewer operator.
yes,
So we're paying those two guys to do
Well, then
nothing.
why have we been paying these other two guys?
because council has not voted to end the contract. And
Who runs
Todd-
day-to-day
and
activities?
Todd had to get on ADM, which took time, and then once he got the two departments sorted out, and then got ADM, his name on ADM, and that we're now here and bringing it up as a topic. So, if we'd had,
So you can go spend $20,000 without council approval, but you cannot vote to not spend $40,000.
council voted to sign the contract, council needs to vote to end the contract. Council has not shown up for the last month and a half.
But you continue to stroke the check.
Day-to-day
So-
operations have to continue.
Are we voting to end the contract or no? That's what we're doing. Are we gonna end it or are we not? That's the question.
Motion's on the table. I've already made the motion.
Okay, so I'll second it. Let's end the contract.
Okay, Commissioner Davis seconds it. Do we have, any more discussion?
How was this worded?
I have it worded as we're gonna terminate the contract with the 1099 sewer operators.
And,
And Todd will
and
be,
Todd's the sewer operator.
Todd is gonna be the sewer operator.
And even if he is,
Even if he already is, he's gonna be.
I think that's the motion, but I was under the impression it didn't need to be since he was already
Well, and he,
functioning in that position.
Well,
and it's a 30-day notice?
yeah, I'll send the notice to the sewer operator.
All right. So we had this motion second, did we, roll call?
Councilperson Chapman?
yes,
Councilperson Bell?
Yes.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
Yep.
Mayor Clarice?
Yes. All right, next topic on the agenda is conference remuneration, for elected officials. Conference remuneration for elected officials. I'd like to explain what the agenda item is about.
Yeah, I think the, what used to happen, I believe, is $100 per diem a day and then $1 per mile reimbursement, is what used to be out there. That's what I would recommend moving forward.
No, there's actually a federal requirement on mileage and, but I don't think you'll find anything in writing about what you're referring to. That was an administrative decision.
So the current IRS mileage rate is 72.5 cents per mile. And 3673 prevents the advance payment of costs without a resolution stating the purpose beforehand. And the best practice in many municipalities is expense reports.
So some cities have a vehicle for council use when they travel, but that doesn't change the, meals and the, parking. But, all right. Does that say whether it's, the states, or, never mind. You said you can't pay without a resolution, so I think that's the state law that's in question. All right, having a resolution, looking for a motion, to table this.
Make the motion to table it.
Councilman Smith Davis makes a motion to table. Looking for a second. All right, I'll make a motion to second the tabling of the conference remunerations for elected officials. Any discussion?
I will say that going forward, a resolution could be drafted for this. And I would just remind the council that any amount received above actual costs incurred is taxable income.
All right, no discussion, roll call vote.
Councilperson Chapman?
No.
Councilperson Bell?
No.
Councilperson Davis?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ray?
No.
Mayor Parisi?
Yes. Since it wasn't,
We're still right where we were at.
well, with it being tabled, it'll be the first time presented as an expenditure of money, then, we'll continue on, because we can't vote on this anyway without a suspension of the rules. So does anybody want to, make a motion to suspend the rules? Okay, hearing no motion to suspend the rules. Move on to the last topic. And I basically just want to thank everyone for their time. I know this is an investment in y'all's time to be here, and there's important city business that has to be done, and day-to-day operations must be maintained to keep the city safe and keep our fire and police up to date. As I've stated at previous meetings, we budgeted for day-to-day operations and things that were going on, but we did not, we came into situations that were much worse and much more desperate than anticipated, with departments not having tools they needed, and police and fire not having some of the basics, and so we've had a lot of hurdles to get through, and we've had a lot of delays and kicking down the road of regular business for the council, and that just hurts the productivity of the city and the opportunities for the future growth of the city. Our challenge here is to run the city to the best of our ability and do what's best for everybody in the city, not just one or the other, or ourselves. And so, like, you know, I just ask for each of us to be patient while we go through this time, and look forward to the improvements that are coming down the pipeline. We have several grant opportunities that we should have positive feedback here soon. We have a large sum of money that we're seeking appropriations from Senator Britt's office, and like, all of these things are things that we should have been doing for years, and now we're finally getting the wheels in motion. And I would just ask for help from all the council members and the public, and I appreciate everybody who's joined our committees and boards, and I'd like to thank y'all for your time. And with that,
Whoa. Whoa. We missed the smoking.
no, I brought it up, no one made a motion. I presented it, I asked for a
We
motion
did,
twice,
okay,
and then no one made a motion.
okay, all right, so we're good.
I want to say one thing too.
No, sir. All right, making the motion to adjourn?
Yep.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Yep.